Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new relaxing long play of Manor Lords. Today we're going to be playing on the brand new map that just dropped, as well as a couple of other goodies. We're going to be covering a lot of the new updates. If you guys are enjoying these relaxing long plays, let's get this one to 500 likes to unlock the next one. And if you guys also wouldn't mind subscribing, we're so close to 60,000. Honestly, just thank you guys so much. And without further ado, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, and let's get right into the video. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new Manor Lords video. We have set up camp in the brand new map Twin Lakes. Let's take a look at what we have available to us. Obviously we're going to be checking out the brand new update today. There are a few different upgrades. One of them being a giant FPS boost. I keep everything locked at 60 FPS just for recording purposes. But I mean, if I turn this off, unlimited, like there's definitely a boost, and I'm playing at 4K. Definitely a boost. Like honestly, I would have got like 60 before, so that is a welcome upgrade for sure. Let's take a look at what we have available to us here. So we got rich stone, rich clay, mushrooms, which is always nice. Love to have the wild animals as well for selling pelts. And we are in a kind of a cool little nook here right by the water. I think I'll probably want to build my town right on the water. Looks to be a little bit bumpy, which I don't love, so we'll kind of have to play with the terrain a little bit. But hopefully we can make a nice little camp. We're going to be going up against two teams. Team Yellow here, I guess. They've already started building. And we got Team Blue also on the water. And I actually love... Whoa. I kind of love this little nook. Okay, good job. That's actually looking really good. And they have already had a nice little head start. So let's get started here. Let's maybe go with a logging camp to start. And I love that we have lots of trees to kind of choose from here. I think what I'll do is kind of just keep my logging industry on this side. Unfortunately, my hunting is over here, so they can kind of just chop around it. There's a new kind of feature added to the game. I'll show you guys that. So let's just put this, honestly, yeah, our main town's over here. Let's just put this right, maybe a little bit off to the side, because then I could also chop from this side as well as this side. I think that's going to be a nice location for that. Let's get our food taken care of. So we also need to get our hunting camp set up. So this would probably go, honestly, hunting camps, they're just in the trees. They just love to live the life of a hunter. So let's just get them right in the trees like that. And let's just take a path, kind of come out through here, and maybe come next to this little shrub. And then I could probably even do something like this. Let's maybe go a little bit closer here, maybe right there. And then I could probably kind of swing this way and attach it there, so just so I can get a couple more buildings on that side. So that's going to be a nice little start there. Let's also get where are our mushrooms? So actually our food is quite spread out. We also have a little bit of rye fertility. Now if we're going to be building our town right here, that's where all of our fertility is. But we also have some over here, so it's not the end of the world. Let's get our, what do you call it? Forager hut for our mushrooms. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a path right next to the water for them to go collect that. So let's just get this set up right next to the water here. I could probably even do something like that. Oh, that was kind of a mixed click, but honestly I kind of like that spot. It's kind of just right next to the trees there. I don't mind that at all. And let's kind of just get this going probably to the top of this. Let's maybe come out like this. And we also have our rich clay there, which has been amazing. It's kind of going to impede our town a little bit, but let's just kind of take this around. Maybe just leave it there for now. Or I guess we could maybe take it all the way through. If I'm kind of envisioning our town, I think that looks pretty good. Let's just have a nice path coming through there, and then we can definitely work based off of that. So we have our fisher or forager hut way over there. That's going to take a while to build. Let's definitely get our logging camp set up first. And then I'd also like to move our hitching post. Usually what I like to do. Honestly, let's put this a little bit closer to town. I could probably even have a nice little spot here just for some hitching posts. Where is that? Let's move that over. Let's put our first one maybe right here, and then I could probably get a few more built up around here just so we can kind of cement them in. Let's build one maybe over here, and then I may even take a path right up the middle and kind of have a little bit of room for building over here. Let's kind of just take this to there for now, and then I could probably cross over here. I guess we'll kind of have to see, but I think that would look pretty good. Let's kind of just go behind that. Have another little path kind of doing that. And I might even take this all the way. No, let's just leave that. I don't want to really do that, but I think that should look pretty good. And as long as we can get another one in here, yeah, it's actually perfect. Let's do one there and then maybe one more right there. And that should be quite a few little hitching posts for us. That is quite exciting. Homeless people's tents, we need to build some houses for these people. But we only have 5 timber, so like I said, I want to get this built up sooner. Let's get our granary set up. Now our granary, I mean our food resources are quite spread out from each other, which isn't super ideal. So if I could maybe get our granary somewhat a little bit more central, it might be kind of nice. So what could we do? Honestly, kind of just something like this. I wouldn't mind putting it right there. And then I may even be able to get this in here as well. Could I? Should I? I could do that. That's not super ideal, or I could maybe kind of just have it off to the back of this. Here's what I could probably do. I'm going to see if I can do something a little bit cooler with this. Kind of just like this. Let's maybe just get our granary, but flip it around. Yeah, let's unsnap to the road. Let's get it as close to here as we can. So let's maybe have one here. Or maybe kind of right next to the corner, maybe just like that. And then I'm going to take a path right through here. And I could probably even swing up and kind of go there for now. And I could probably get something else there. But I think as far as our storehouse, I'd like to maybe get that just on the other side of our granary. I could probably even offset it a little bit. I think that would look pretty good. And then that'll kind of cement a nice little spot for that. And what I could also do, this would be a perfect little spot for a marketplace. So let's just take a path straight down here. And then this could be a little marketplace for us. So let's maybe see if we can get this in here. I think we could probably make this work. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. And that'll give us quite a few stalls. I actually really like that. That'll look good. And then as far as right here, no water there. Oh my gosh, we're actually a little bit limited for water. Now, I guess we probably could just have it kind of in the middle here. Yeah, honestly, let's just put it right there. That's probably fine. Right next to there, then we can give our horses and our cows or our oxes some water. That'll definitely be good. We have one built up here. I'm going to order another ox. And that will definitely help out. And then I need to kind of get a little area. I mean, I'm probably going to put that there. Let's maybe just take this. Where do I want to take this? It's kind of hard to deal with like a giant open area like this, but I think just starting off, it's definitely nice to just have a nice little entrance kind of like that maybe, and I could probably get some houses right along here. In fact, I might even take this a little bit wider. I wouldn't mind having some bigger burgage plots, because then we could get some backyard extensions. Something like that. I think that looks good. We're going to need some more timber, so let's get a couple of families on here. And this is what I wanted to show you guys. So this is new, or I guess new to the last update even. So protected resource area. So it stops families from working areas which are vulnerable to deforestation. So that is our wild animals. That's your mushrooms, berries, all that stuff. So that will kind of help with that. So if you put this right over top of here, they will not kind of go into there and migrate them or chop down those trees, but I think that should be good. We got a couple families on there. How is this doing? We can get somebody on our hunting camp. And this is almost done. Let's maybe actually put this high as priority because I'd love to get some mushrooms coming in. And then I also need to get these done, maybe some high priority on those. And honestly, let's just keep 2 unassigned families for now. Okay, that's looking really good, and I just wanted to take a quick second to thank today's sponsor, MSI Audio. If you're investing hours into your worlds or on your playlists, average audio just doesn't cut it. The MSI 109 Pro elevates your entire experience the second you put them on. Handcrafted with real walnut wood ear cups and premium materials throughout, these feel less like a headset and more like a piece of art. MSI is known as one of the most luxurious headphone brands in the world, and the 109 Pro absolutely lives up to that reputation. But the real star is the sound. It's open, spacious, incredibly detailed, perfect for long gaming sessions or just relaxing with music. Everything feels natural, immersive, and beautifully balanced. And if you're gaming with friends, just attach the MSI boom mic for crystal clear communication without sacrificing that premium sound quality. If you're ready to elevate your setup, check out the MSI 109 Pro and boom mic in the description below, and be sure to use my link to receive 20% off your order. Just use code JustNvision20. Again, that's JustNvision20 to receive 20% off your 109 Pro and boom mic. Hear the difference with MSI audio. I'd also like a nice area for our, where can we put our trading post? Maybe kind of just off to the side a little bit. What's nice is I'm pretty sure we have a trade point, yeah, right here, which is not too bad actually. Let's maybe get our trading post once we get enough resources, maybe kind of just right here. It's semi close to our granary and storehouse, so I think that'll be a nice little spot for that. And in fact, I could probably even move this over. So that is our storehouse. I am going to move our trading post right there. And then I'll put my storehouse just on the other side of that. So let's just wait until we get enough timber. Let's speed this up a tiny bit till we get some timber. And then we can continue on with that plan. Looks like we are getting a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. We got some timber over here, which is nice. We can start using that. Looks like we have about 5 left now. So let's get our trading post. I absolutely love the idea of putting it right there. I think might be a good little spot. Or maybe even over here. Honestly, it would kind of fit in there nicely, and then I can kind of tuck that in there. Let's maybe do that instead. Let's put our trading post on this side, and then I could still put my storehouse just across from that. So let's just maybe get that maybe right here, or I could even do something like this. I always love to just have a nice little area kind of like that, and then I could maybe build my storehouse on a corner like that. That might be kind of cool. Definitely don't want to overthink it, but I think that would probably look pretty good. And then it kind of just adds a little bit of character to it. So there we go, we got our storehouse done. And all of our hitching posts are also done. I'm actually so excited because we have rich clay and rich stone. So that's going to be quite the money-making region. We'll be able to sell some roof tiles and stone. Might even be able to build a little bit of a castle. But I guess we'll kind of see what happens with that. We got our supplies. Let's get a worker on our granary first. And then we can start collecting that stuff. We just have a little bit of bread before it rains to collect there. How are we doing with our timber? Got about 7, which is definitely nice. I could probably even, actually it's raining right now. Let's get a few houses right in here. And I can get 4 or I can get 5. And honestly, these aren't even expanded burgage plots. This would actually be 6. And I actually like that a little bit better. I think that's probably the best way to do that. And then I could probably figure something out with the terrain here. This is kind of built in a little nook here. What do I want to do? I could probably get some houses along the water. I feel like that might be kind of cool.
It's been most embarrassing to run out halfway through.
I might kind of just take a path right off of here. And kind of just go through here right to the water. And then I could probably take a path right along here and build some houses along here. I don't think that's going to be too steep. Let's kind of just go something like that. And then I could probably continue that on this way. How steep is this? Let's maybe go up a little bit higher next to the trees. And then I can get lots of houses right along the water, and I think that'll look pretty good. Let's maybe take this right up, connect it back to there. That'll actually be pretty good. I can get a few houses in there. Definitely lots of big plots, and I could probably even get one plot right in through here. one right there. Then I could probably even have a little one of these. A little junction, which might be kind of nice. And then I'll probably do the same. I'll just carry this on. Or maybe kind of a little bit staggered, which might be a little bit nice. So let's go back a little bit more. Or, you know what? Let's kind of keep it straight across. There's not really any reason to stagger it. Let's kind of just do something like that. And then this, as almost as if I planned it, can just come and connect right through here. So I think that should be good. Actually, I'm going to take that around a little bit more. Let's kind of just round that off a tiny bit. Kind of just do something like that. So I think that looks the most natural. I can get some houses in here. I can get a few plots in here. In fact, probably even come up through here and connect to there. Just to add a little bit more character. Okay, we got 18 timber. We need to get some more houses. How is food coming along? We have this done. Let's get a family on there, and then I guess I'll just take somebody off of there. But yeah, this is going pretty well. Except for this, that's full, so we definitely need to get somebody on our storehouse for now. We have 3 houses so far. I guess I kind of want to just get a few more built up. And then we could at least have some families move in. So I'll maybe have one plot right in here. And honestly, I kind of love that, so I'm just going to lock that in. I could get some houses in here as well. We have lots of timber, so I'm not really worried about how much we have. And I love to have them kind of facing the water. I think that would be kind of cool. So I think that's going to be a good start. We still have 8 timber left over. And our storehouse is here. What else do I want to do? I could probably even kind of go... I'd love to get something in here, but I don't know what that is yet. So I guess we'll just wait a little bit longer. We do have a marketplace here, so I think a church. I guess we need to figure out where we want to put our church. That could probably go... Honestly, kind of in here would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind having it kind of next to the water. Kind of off in the corner might be kind of cool. We'll have to see. Might have to move some paths around. But right now we don't have anybody available. So let's maybe take a family off of there just so we can get some stuff built up. Okay, we are quite low on food, so we definitely got to make sure we empty that out. Actually, what are they doing? They've got our storehouse. They should be kind of working. They're probably getting something. I guess we're kind of collecting that stuff, which is fine. So let's just kind of keep working on that. Let's start working on getting a saw pit. Now this could probably go semi... Oh, looks like we have an upgrade here, which is kind of nice. Let's maybe take a look at that. So we have our armament delivery, which is nice. We can form militia now. So we can get our spearmen ready to go in case we get attacked. But we also have an upgrade here. So as far as what we can get, we have lots of really good mining available to us. So let's maybe do something with that. So we kind of have maybe something like this. Improved stonemason station. Just efficiency by plus 30, which would be nice, honestly. Because then we could only really just get one and assign one family, and then they'd probably be able to do lots more. Reduced castle planner cost and stone gathering camp. I don't know if that includes the quarry, I'm assuming. But decreased labor speed for hunting and fishing, which isn't great, but honestly, they're sitting around twiddling their thumbs most of the time anyway. Or we could do something like this. We have efficient farming at elevation, which we're not at. Cheaper animal imports, increased mining labor speed, which would also be good. I think this one benefits us a little bit more than the other one. Like, I should be able to make lots of stone regardless. And then castle planner cost, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I'll do this because then I could make a ton of stuff. Like, that kind of benefits me for the clay that I have as well. And cheaper animal imports might be nice because then I can get a ton of sheep and then sell those. Honestly, this might be nice. Let's maybe get that. That's probably the best one that we could get right now. I'd love to get my saw pit in here, so I'll probably even put that right here. I guess I'll have to take the logs into here, which isn't super ideal, because then it might get a little bit congested. I guess I could probably just put it... maybe just right here, actually. That's probably a nice little spot. It's kind of just a little bit closer to town, but it's kind of a nice happy medium. As far as our wood cutting, I could probably just get that right along here, to be honest. That's what I built the road for in the first place. And hopefully they'll be able to empty that out so they can keep working. Yeah, we got lots of stuff to collect there, which we finally finished. So yeah, we're kind of plugging away at it. We got 8 timber. They're kind of working away. We need to start getting some money. So if we could start mining, that would be nice. We probably even have a little bit of pelts as well. And that should be, yeah, there we go. We can keep that nice and empty. Keep them hunting. So we got 18 wild animals, which I think we even bumped up a little bit. Let's keep that, yeah, maybe a 12 might be fine. That'll probably be good. And then we need to build a few more houses, which we have already. So we actually have some available living space. So that is going to be lovely. Let's maybe work on getting some planks. And then we could build our church. So let's maybe set that to high priority. And the other thing we didn't talk about is we have some raiders near. We got to prepare for that attack. We currently only have 10 guys. So let's work up as fast as we can. Do we have any iron? That one didn't really check. Why do we only have, oh, there's salt way over here. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we don't have any iron, but honestly, we should have means to make a ton of money. And if we take a look at these other regions, these are our competition. So I'm going to be competing with them for our clay roof tiles, which isn't great. That's definitely not something we want to see. These guys are going to kind of dominate the market for iron and making weapons. But I think we should be good for our stone. So that will definitely be our main way of making money. Let's start getting some planks here if we can. And hopefully we can get some people moving in. So we need a church, forage goods, meats, all that good stuff. So let's start working on that. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some planks right away here. And we just had somebody move in, which is nice, so that is excellent. I need to keep somebody on our granary, because this is probably getting pretty full. Yeah, that one's actually quite full, so we need to get somebody on our granary as soon as we can. But yeah, we have 15 planks. We need a little bit more, and then we can go ahead and plop down our church. There we go. We actually have 20 planks, so let's maybe figure this out right now. I kind of love the idea. Let's maybe redo this a little bit. I kind of want to get my church in here. Where is that? Let's get our church. This could probably go, I mean, I gotta kind of get it on a good angle here. Let's see if we can, thank goodness I only laid those down one at a time. So let's maybe get this right on this platform right there. I think that's perfect. And then what we can do is take this along here and kind of just do something like this. And maybe kind of continue down into here. And then connect up to there. Might be perfectly fine. I might get a house maybe right off of here. I could probably just get one little plot. Kind of just right there maybe. And then I might even take this right across. So I could probably do maybe even like this. Go straight across to that side. And then I could probably get one house in here and a few houses down here. That's probably a pretty good use of space. So we are out of timber actually. But we have laid down our church, which is nice. So let's free up that family again. Let's get working on building our church and all that good stuff. We got lots of hitching posts. No need to upgrade one of them yet. But I would love to get this going if we can. The food is doing pretty good. I think let's start getting some firewood. So this is, I guess we can kind of set up our own little space here. Let's kind of just start chopping those down. That should be good. Having more and more people move in, which is amazing. And yeah, let's start getting a little bit more timber if possible. I also wouldn't mind building a few more homes. So let's maybe get one in here. Could probably do something like this. I can get a few houses in there actually. Honestly, that's probably perfect. And then I have 3 timber left. I think probably one in here. I could get a few plots right in there. Let's maybe face it towards the main street here. So we'll just need one more timber for that. Okay, there we go. We can plop that down now. Our church is coming up really quick here, which is looking absolutely amazing next to the water. And yeah, they're going to start flying through that. Hey, church is now complete. Absolutely, I'm honestly glad I put it there. That's a perfect spot for that. I need to figure out something here, but I guess this will kind of fill that spot. Need a little bit more timber. So honestly, let's get another worker on our logging camp. And maybe even one more on our... Actually, you know what? We don't have anybody in our granary right now. So let's do that. That's going to be pretty important because I think... okay, we're out of mushrooms, but these guys have collected all they can collect. So let's free them up. There's no point in them being there anymore. And then if we can get a little bit more planks, I think we can actually have enough for a quarry. So let's put this, maybe even as close to there as possible. We can have a nice little spot for a quarry, and then I'm just going to get our little road going to there. That's probably perfect. We'll get that ready to go. Set that to highest priority, and then the more people we get, we can put on our quarry. And I also want to get that going if we can. So how much does that cost? Looking for a mine. I think that should be perfect. So honestly, let's just put it right... Maybe right here. Honestly, as close to here as possible might be nice. No point in putting it any further. I'll just put it there, and then I can create a little bit more space in here. Like I could probably have a path right along the back here. I don't know if I want to get another one of these, so I guess I gotta maybe future-proof that a little bit. Let's go around here, and then I could have a separate little entrance out to the back of our town. And this would actually be perfect for having lots of big plots, so I'm just gonna kind of leave that. Let's maybe have one plot kind of just like... No, let's just leave that. I'm fine with that. That looks good. We do have 4 available families. So if we could, I guess let's maybe just save them up for our quarry. We might as well get as much stone coming in as possible. And then maybe getting a stone mason station might be nice as well. We have quite a bit of timber. We got 2 families on there. I'm just kind of thinking what I should do next. I definitely want to get a stone mason station. But we will need a little bit of planks. Let's maybe get somebody on our saw pit for now. I think this would be a perfect little spot for having, like, you know, you could have your bloomeries, your smithies, stuff like that maybe in here might be nice. I also want to maybe get a farm going. Probably kind of down here would be best. Yeah, they are starting to work on our quarry here, which is looking amazing. Let's watch them work for a little bit. We got about 5 guys on there. 6 guys, actually. So that is going to be quite nice. Hopefully we can get lots of stone there. And then I'd love to start selling that. So that'll actually be perfect. Looks like this is also done. So we are going to need a couple of things. We're going to need a clay furnace, which honestly could just go maybe in here somewhere. I wonder if I could kind of fit that in, or maybe kind of just over here maybe. What I might do, let's just take a little path and kind of have this available for a little bit of buildings to kind of go along through here. Like I could probably get my clay furnace in here right there maybe. It's not super ideal to have it right next to here, but honestly I'd also like to get our tavern in here. So I think let's build our tavern right there. And then we could have things like a clay furnace in here as well. What do we want to do? Honestly, yeah, we could probably have it right there. Keep everything nice and tight. And then a bloomery we could probably put in here as well, but no need to have that yet. I think our stonemason station, once we do get some planks, I will put probably in this area, because that probably makes sense just because our quarry is a little bit closer to here. Actually, how much storage do we have? We got 200 storage. They could honestly just take right from there. That would be kind of perfect, actually. So I'm going to go to our storehouse. Looks like we can upgrade that. I'm going to turn off dressed stone. Oh no, we want to keep dressed stone on. I think we don't want to collect rubble stone. Well, our lime kiln could probably go over there. Let's turn off rough stone and rubble stone. And then we will collect lime kiln and dressed stone, which will be good. Because then I'm probably going to get our stonemason station over here. Like honestly, right next to there. As close to there as possible. Because then we could take from there make it here, store it here, and then they can just take from that. That's probably the most efficient way to do that. And then as far as our lime kiln, I could probably even have that kind of over here as well. Let's maybe have this, maybe kind of just like this, maybe. Kind of tucked back there. And I'm just going to take a little path right through here and just connect to there. That's probably fine. Okay, perfect. I like the way that is looking. We'll get some planks, more people are moving in. And actually we are completely out of available living space. So let's build a few more houses. I wouldn't mind getting a few more in here. And I might even do something like this. Let's get one little plot in there. And honestly, kind of just keeping that open for some, just space for kids to run around or something like that might be nice. You know, they played back then too. Okay, let's get some houses maybe facing that way. Or maybe, kind of like that maybe, might be kind of cool. Facing the church. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then these can also face the water as well. I definitely like the way this is looking. Might even take a little path through here. And just have a little walking trail. Might be nice. And we got a nice big walking trail all the way over to there. But we are in November. And can't believe, or can't imagine they're going to be walking a whole lot come winter. So we'll just kind of leave it at that. How are we doing for our firewood? Got about 4 firewood. I'd also like to get our charcoal kiln if we can. What could we do? Lots of upgrades that could be applied. So let's just get another worker around our logging camp for now. Let's collect as much stone as possible. Yeah, we got 21 rough stone and we got 6 rubble stones. So that's going to be filling up pretty quick. How are we doing here? I'd love to upgrade that if we could. I've already collected a little bit there. Yeah, let's get these things up and running so then we can start turning that into some other stuff to sell. And honestly, this might be a good time to start getting a little bit of money. Let's slow this down just for a second. I think if I could sell some rubble stone right away, let's just export that, set it to 0, and then we can at least get some to fund some of our trade routes. Like we need 50 regional wealth to get our dress stone. I think that's what I'm going to go for first. So basically we just need to sell 50 of those, or I guess only 20 more. And then we can do that. We also have this, and I don't know why it's in a different spot, but I could also sell that for 3 each, which is kind of amazing. So let's actually do that as well. Let's set that to about maybe 20, because we're probably going to get quite a bit more. Because I'd love, actually maybe even 30, because we're going to have a lot more. And then kind of gives them stuff for them to sell, because we're going to get quite a bit more here. So we need some in excess for them to turn into dress stone. Okay, we do have some houses that we could upgrade here. We're a little bit low on timber, so I'm just going to focus on timber for now. And we need to get some more money. Got to get a horse. There's a couple things that we need to do. But I wouldn't mind upgrading these, because we're going to have lots of oxen coming in. And horses. Let's kind of just work on that for now. There we go. We're finally getting some money. So honestly, do I either get a horse? I think I should probably get a horse, honestly. Let's buy that. Let's buy a horse so we can start selling stuff even faster. They're having to haul all of that stone all the way over here by hand, if you can imagine. Through the snow now, so that'd be kind of crazy. So let's get them a horse, make their lives even easier. And honestly, I could probably even free up one more worker here, because we have lots of stuff to build. Let's get one on our stonemason station, because I imagine that's getting pretty full. So yeah, we need a little bit more money. We're gonna get our horse, and then I can get our dressed stone thing. Yeah, people seem to be pretty happy. We have a few more houses that we need to build for sure, and we have a decent amount of planks now, so that is lovely. Let's wait till we get a little bit more money, which should be coming soon. Our lime kiln is also done, so I could probably start making some lime kiln. Honestly, let's just wait, because that will go pretty quick. We should be able to make that stuff pretty quick. I completely forgot what upgrade we got. So we have efficient farming, cheaper animal imports, and increased mining labor speed. That doesn't really help us at all with our stone making, but that will be nice for this. So yeah, let's definitely get some houses built up. Let's maybe prioritize that just so we can get some more people moving in, because that's going to be pretty important. New mercenaries available, and honestly we need, oh my gosh, okay, we definitely need to make some more money here. So we got 20 soldiers. Now might actually be a pretty good idea. Let's go take some bandit camps if we can. We got quite a few over here, which isn't great. I think I might end up going for this one, maybe that one if we have enough troops left over. So let's try that, and hopefully it's not too cold. It should be pretty cold for them. Let's kind of just form up here. Okay, there we go. And let's go towards these guys because we need a little bit of money. Probably need to hire some mercenaries because I don't think we'll have enough for those bandits. So let's go do this. Maybe form up right there. Okay, here comes our men right next to our trade point. This is how far they'd have to walk every time with all that stone. Let's put them on shield wall. And here comes the charge. Oh my gosh, world's worst charge, am I right? And they need to fix that so many times. They just walk in a battle again. They must be cold. This guy in the wave in the background. Nobody's charging yet. This kind of reminds me of, oh, there we go. That's a good charge. That's a good charge. So let's absorb that for a little bit. Push forward, man. Push forward. Okay, there we go. And that should be pretty good. Our men have been warm for longer, so I think they should have the advantage. The other guys have adjusted to the weather, so that could be an advantage as well. Our guys had it well. No, it's definitely working in our favor. So that's perfect. We can take these guys. No problems at all winning that fight. Absolutely amazing. So there we go. Let's quickly win that, and then we can go take this bandit camp. And honestly, do we get greedy? I think we do get greedy because it's just right there. I'd love to take that one if we could. So I think we won that. Okay, let's take them off of there. Let's go take that bandit camp and send that to our treasury. And we actually had another bandit camp pop up. So where was that? So it's actually over here. So that will be a nice little bandit camp taking if we can time it right. So let's maybe take these guys up here now. And I think, oh, our guys are actually pretty tired. We have enough for some mercenaries. So honestly, I could probably hire something. I think they should be fine, but I think we might have to take these guys out. Our guys are just a little bit tired. We have 43 days remaining.
Stand and fight.
I think let's just try it. Let's maybe form up right there. And I'm just going to actually let my guys rest up a little bit more. They're going to be a lot more successful if they can just rest for a little bit. Hopefully nobody dies from the cold. Let's see what we can do here. So we got a couple of families available. Or at least one that we can maybe assign to something. Got 2 on there. Lime kiln. I'm not really worrying about that yet. And we actually have some money now. So now we can buy this. Our dressed stone. Export that. And let's set this to maybe like 10 for now, I guess. We can sell that for 5. See, that's actually quite nice. And then I don't want to sell our rough stone anymore. I would like to make dress stone out of it. So that should be perfect. Hopefully we got our horse, Hans. Hans is our horse. So that should be quite nice. And let's maybe start mining a little bit. We got our clay furnace coming up. Our tavern, which is great. And we have plenty of blanks now. So let's maybe take them off of there. We can upgrade a couple of things. And we could probably buy another ox even. That might definitely help. Maybe upgrade our stone well. And we're just able to upgrade a ton of stuff. So this should be quite amazing. And their efficiency is up by 20%. So they should be able to mine even quicker. And then eventually we'll get a deep mine. And we have a couple other families. So let's actually get as much as we can. Get a little bit of a stockpile. And then we should be able to make quite a bit of money from all that. Oh, we can also sell our pelts, can't we? Let's maybe do that. Let's export that, set that to 0, because we definitely don't need any pelts. That'll be some good money. And we also can sell roof tiles, so that will be the next thing that we get. But that will come in due time. We are, oh my gosh, we're a little bit low on food actually. Oh, that's not good. Are they not hunting? Why aren't they hunting? They should be. Let's maybe set that to like 10. Let's see, are they gonna go hunt maybe? Might be too cold or something. But yeah, they are just not hunting right now, which is unfortunate, to say the least. These guys are nice and rested up. Let's maybe push them forward because we're going to get attacked pretty soon here. Okay, here comes those guys. Shield wall men. Let's absorb that attack and then we can just push forward. So I don't know what happened to those guys. Yeah, we should be able to do pretty good here. Look at that. I don't even think we lost a man there. Okay, perfect. So that's kind of ideal. Let's just run now because we need to get our soldiers back. We got 18 days here. Let's send that to our treasury and let's get these guys back to our town. And this actually isn't good. Let's go this way so we don't bring all of those guys this way. There's lots of bandits over here that would love to ruin my day. So let's definitely go this way. And honestly, now might be a pretty good time to start thinking about getting some mercenaries. Actually, you know what? They might not even attack us. There's a couple other... Like, if they come from here, we'll definitely need some. Which we'll have to just figure that out once the time comes. But they could actually attack these other regions, so... I guess let's not be hasty. Let's just wait a little bit, see where they end up going. We just made a little bit more money. Let's sell some roof tiles now. Let's buy that trade route. Sell all of our roof tiles. Actually, we could probably keep about 20 just for building some stuff. But I think that should be good. We make quite a bit of money from that now. 2 days until we see where these pesky raiders are going to come from. Oh, and they end up going that way anyway, so that sucks. Okay, let's see. Where did they end up coming from? So they're coming from here. Oh, there's no telling where they're going to... Oh gosh, okay, so we need to see where they're coming from. Oh, they're going to go fight them for us anyway. That's actually kind of funny. So yeah, let's just go this way. And they are going to go out and... Oh gosh, yeah, they're definitely fighting these guys. Okay. So that is interesting. They'll get the influence from that, so they might even get a region out of the deal. I guess we'll kind of see. It looks like they are making some weapons. Do they even have iron? I don't know if they do, so they might have had to buy some because they got 22 spearmen. Yeah, they did pretty good there, to be honest. I think that's it. That might have been all of them, to be honest. Interesting. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that. I don't know why I was so scared. I almost bought an entire army to deal with 18 guys. Okay, well that's fine. We got 3 workers on there. We got quite a bit of clay now. Let's definitely get somebody on our clay furnace. And then we can make lots of clay. That'll definitely be nice. How much dressed stone do we have? We got 17 of that. Decent amount of planks. We need to make some more tools or maybe even import some. But they're going to be very expensive. Oh gosh. We don't need a whole lot, honestly, but I think let's just import some. Let's keep it at like 5. Because I think that'll kind of be worth it because we don't really have means of making our own. Or what we could do, since we don't have means of making weapons, what we could do is import some iron ore. Yeah, actually that's perfect because then we can buy it at a little bit cheaper even. So let's import some iron ore. Just enough to kind of make some weapons and some tools. That should be good. And then what we can do is we can get a bloomery, which we could probably just put right there. Bloomery right there, and then I'll just get a smithy as well. I could probably put our smithy right there. And actually I like the idea of putting our bloomery right next to it, so let's just put that right there. That looks a little bit better. So we got our guys back. They are back from a long trip. They basically traveled the entire map while they were gone, but they did make some money, which is amazing. So good job for them. But yeah, this is actually going pretty good. We got, should be able to make quite a bit of money from that dressed stone and clay roof tiles. So that will be a plus. Let's get them back to work. Yeah, we're making some good money here. Okay, we bought some iron, which is amazing. We have our smithy ready to go. We just need a couple more families, so let's maybe get a few more houses. Maybe over here. So let's build into here. Let's see if we can, might be able to make this work. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's probably the best we can do. And let's face them towards there. I actually like that. Let's maybe go a little bit wider, because that one can have an extra one, so that's perfect. Okay, looking nice. I could also expand some of these if I want. Now, does it tell us when we can expand them? Maybe not. Okay, that's fine though. That looks pretty good. We got this going, and I also want to get another worker on our storehouse if we can, which we should probably start thinking about upgrading, because we are quite overcapacitated. Literally nothing in the pantry. Okay, we're in March. We need to get a few families out here. So let's get maybe 2 on there. Are you hunting yet? Okay, it looks like they are. Yikes. Okay, honestly, let's get our farm going as well. So let's figure that out. So we have all of this. Ember fertility is decent over here. We got some rye fertility. Honestly, let's just take a path right up through here. We can kind of follow the tree line. And in fact, I could probably even go into the trees a little bit here, just to get it a little bit bigger. And then I might kind of just split this right down the middle, just to keep it nice and easy. And let's kind of just go up and follow this a little bit. We could probably get quite a few fields. How's our fertility over here? That's what I want to know. So rye fertility, actually not really great over here. So we could probably even just fix this, go up a little bit, and then maybe come back. Something like that might be a little bit better. And then we could do just this. Maybe kind of just limit it like that. Then kind of have some cooler looking fields. Yeah, I like that. And then honestly over here, I'll just kind of go right across and do something like that. It's nice to have smaller ones if you can. Just makes it a little bit easier. And then as far as our farmhouse, so we need some timber for that. Let's just put our fields in here now. It'd be kind of cool if that tree could stay there, but it might not be able to. Yeah, let's kind of just put that in there. That's fine. In here. And honestly, I'd like to get my farmhouse in here. No, that's kind of our best fertility, to be honest. I could probably put my farmhouse right there, or maybe just kind of over here. And it's a little bit closer anyway, so I'm fine with that. It would have looked great here, but honestly, that's our best fertility, so I want to keep that as best we can. The field's looking good. Let's plop that in there, and let's maybe do something like this as well. So that's looking good. Okay, let's get these set up. Let's maybe do a little bit of a crop rotation. Actually, really, rye is the only thing that we can get over here. So I guess let's just do rye, fallow rye, and just keep it nice and simple. Okay, that is looking pretty good. We got all that set to rye. Is that all the fertility? I mean, we have some good stuff over here as well, which would be really good actually. Also have this. So honestly, let's just kind of follow that outline. And again, Manor, if you're listening, give me the ability to see, and maybe I'm just dumb, see this while I'm building my path. Like, you kind of select a path and then it just kind of screws up, but that's close enough. Let's get one big field in here, and that will also be really good fertility, and I'm happy with that. What about flax? Can we get any flax? Not really. And most of our fertility are where we built, which is fine, because that'll actually be great for vegetables and all that stuff. So that will be more than welcome. We need some vegetables for sure, so let's maybe focus on that. We got some bigger plots over here, like we could probably do some orchards in some of these spots. Let's get some of these set up. I'm gonna get as much vegetables as we can. And we have these, which will be nice. I feel like these would probably be good for our blacksmith and all that. And this is, oh, I guess it doesn't really say if it's like teaming. I think it's teaming when it's really good for apiaries, but I think let's just go with that. And then down here, some vegetable gardens, maybe some fruit might be nice. This is a pretty good one for vegetables, and that's probably good. These one will definitely be good for like fruit and stuff like that. We also want to build some houses here. So let's just wait till we have some more timber. We are definitely cutting into these trees, which is good. Yeah, okay. We're just doing our best here. Making some money. We do have a little bit of iron ore now. So let's maybe focus on... We got 2 on here. Are we making any roof tiles? Where are those? We got 21 roof tiles. Should be selling those. That will help. And in fact, let's just maybe get 1 worker on there. And then I could get 1 on our bloomery. And then eventually 1 on our smithy, just so we can start getting some tools. Because we will need tools. Like this one I think needs... I guess that one doesn't, but these need tools for sure. That's probably why they're not super efficient right now. These are ready to go, but we need some money first. How are we doing? So, yeah, we got Hans carrying a rider. I'd love to get some more coming in. We're building some houses here, which is nice. Let's get that set up for an orchard. Actually, we just got a nice big shipment there, which is good. But the more of iron we get, I think we could probably at least cut even with selling tools, selling weapons, stuff like that. With all of the iron ore that we're going to be buying. So hopefully we can do pretty good with that. But we definitely need tools. Okay, these are ready to go. Let's get some cabbages because they will give us a high yield. Especially for these smaller plots. This one, let's get apples. And just like that, we're out of money. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer. Okay, we definitely need to start getting some more food. So how's this doing? That is still growing, which is nice. So maybe let's just take 1 family back. I think we don't need all of those on there. And then let's get this thing built up, because honestly, the faster that we can farm, the better. Let's maybe get our farmhouse, like right there might be a good spot. And then we can get some people on there. That would definitely help. These are ready to go. Let's get some apples there. And the sooner we can get our apples going, the better. Because then they'll start growing. And the trees will start growing, which will be nice. Yeah, let's definitely get that going. Let's get another worker on here, actually. We can start collecting stuff even faster. And honestly, the resources that we have are absolutely perfect for upgrading a church. So let's set that to 20, 10, and 10. I think that's what we have everything set at. Dress stone, we need 20 of that. So let's export. Yeah, let's keep it at 20. Roof tiles is good. I think we just need... How much? Yeah, we need 10 roof tiles, which we'll definitely have enough of. Let's keep it at 20, because just in case. Maybe even 15. We could probably sell a little bit more. And then mortar, we haven't made any. That we could set up to sell. We only need 10 of that. And then that should be enough. So let's start getting some mortar. Let's set that to that. And then we can start selling mortar. I think let's maybe stop exporting our rubble stone. And then we can begin to turn it all into mortar. It sells for the same price, so honestly, just whatever. But yeah, it kind of just narrows it down. We're going to need mortar anyway. Yeah, that should be perfect. We can collect a little bit more. And we're making a little bit of money here. So let's go, honestly, beetroots. It's takes less time to grow, but you only get a small yield. So that's not ideal. Let's maybe upgrade these. That's going to be pretty important. Highest priority on those, which will be great. And we're slowly getting some more money here. So let's go. This is a pretty big one. Let's go carrots there. And the more money we make, the better. And honestly, I wouldn't mind getting another ox. So let's order another one of those. That would help tremendously. Our farming is kind of ready to go, so let's actually build that. And then we could start farming a little bit here. If we could get 2 oxen on here. Oh, this is wait, what? Shrine disabled? How do we enable it? I want to enable that shrine. Cool little shrine. So let's get that thing built. Off goes the ox to build that. And we have 26 timber. Let's build a few more houses in here. I definitely want to get some nice big plots in here. Kind of facing... Maybe the main road actually might be kind of cool. So let's do that. This will give us lots of big plots for vegetable gardens and stuff like that. This is ready to go. So let's get 1 family on there. And 2 oxen might be perfect. Honestly, maybe even 2 families. And then hopefully they can get lots done. Let's send some oxen over. And we have quite a bit of money here now, which is nice. So let's buy another horse when the time comes. Yeah, that's awesome. We're building some more houses. We do have some more money. Let's get maybe some cabbages. See, cabbages take longer to grow, but you get a higher yield. Let's get some carrots maybe. Lots of good variety. Maybe a little bit of beetroots, but I think that's probably fine. But the sooner we can get all that growing, the better. Looks like this is kind of ready to go. Let's get... Honestly, all of these should be orchards, because then that will kind of grow and give us the most yield. Quinces is kind of the same deal. Takes 2 years to reach full maturity, which is like the actual tree size. It's not talking about like it takes 2 years for a quince to grow. That would be insane. But there we go. I think that looks pretty good. And I also want some... where could we get some apiaries? We kind of have these set up. Let's get some apples there. We're actually making some pretty good money now. Look at this. That's going to be amazing. So I'm excited for that to come up. And honestly, a windmill would be kind of perfect, like right here, to be honest. 96% there. Let's just build it right there, maybe. I think that would be a nice little spot for that. And communal ovens I could probably get really anywhere, I guess. That'd be kind of nice. I could probably put one right in here. Oh yeah, that would be perfect. I'm going to wait till we can put one there. That's definitely a good spot. Let's maybe get 1 more family on our fields so we can get everything done here. Yeah, this should definitely work out. We got a couple of families kind of working at that, so that's good. Okay, how are we doing? We have quite a bit of planks. Let's maybe get 1 more family. What do we want to do? Let's set this up for orchard. This one as well. And then maybe some vegetable gardens as well, since they're a little bit bigger. What do we want to do? I kind of want to spend my money a little bit wisely here. This is a pretty big one. Let's get that going for apples. And then we can get this one set up as well. I think these ones will probably get set up as apiaries. Yeah, but it'll just cost some money up front for that, so that's fine. We got 40 timber, and honestly, I wouldn't mind upgrading a few houses. These ones would be good to upgrade, because they'll probably be... yeah, I don't know. We'll just kind of figure it out. Barley will be a little bit scarce, so hopefully we can... Oh, harvest season started. Hopefully they didn't start harvesting the seeds that they just put down. Usually they're a little bit anxious to harvest, but yeah, there we go. Got that seeded, which is nice. They're kind of working on that. So hopefully they can get lots of that done. But we are now a medium village, which is kind of amazing. How are we doing? Okay, we got 23 iron slabs, so we need to start making some tools. So let's maybe do that. If we could free up 1 worker somewhere. I think this is probably empty, so let's do that. Also wouldn't mind getting some of that growing. Yeah, we can free 1 up there. And we got lots of workers in here, which is nice. I wouldn't mind getting some more dressed stone and all that stuff, but I think we could probably even upgrade our church soon. Yeah, we just need planks now. So hopefully somebody will move in. That would be pretty ideal. As far as food, we got 2 months, which isn't great. Not great at all. But yeah, this is kind of set to 10. Let's maybe even set it to 12, so hopefully it can reproduce a little bit quicker. I don't know what the magical number there is, but I think that should be good. 72% approval rating, which is nice. What do we need to upgrade? Literally just planks, I think. So honestly, right now, I guess we are kind of building this stuff, and more raiders have been seen. We've got 1 unit of raiders here. Is that all? So they'll probably end up attacking these guys. So definitely don't need to worry about them. They could not be farther away. So I am totally okay with that. Let's maybe order a couple more oxen. I wouldn't mind. Get another ox, and we still need to get another horse. And yeah, honestly, if we can just start focusing on getting quite a bit more families moving in, that would be quite nice. Yeah, there's lots of stuff to build up. Let's maybe get an apiary. Man, we just really need planks. So hopefully somebody moves in. Actually, you know what? Storehouse capacity could probably be better. Crops rotated. See, now it's fallow. See, that drives me absolutely crazy. I'm just going to turn these off, to be honest. It just never even works. Or not the way that I understand. So this is just easier for me. I'm just going to turn these off and set them all to rye. So then hopefully they can get these seeded. Okay. That's just a little bit easier for me to understand. So hopefully they can get those seeded. That's all they really need to do now. Now let's get a few families on there. And actually, this will free up 5 families. So hopefully we can do that. And here comes all of our people. They're coming to sow and do some seeding maybe. So hopefully they can get all that done. And actually it's October. Oh my gosh. They are taking a region. Felsweg. Okay, that's interesting. We do have some money, so we could fight them for that if we want. Okay, what do we have for mercenaries? We could get these guys. It's a little bit scary, but I think I'm just gonna do it. I would love to just have a fight, so let's go. Let's get these guys ready to go. And then we could fight them for that, which might be kind of nice to take. And, oh, you know what we could do? Maybe take some of these while we're going by. As a matter of fact, I should probably do that. Let's take some of these, because we could just take these guys out pretty quickly. We'll get our other guys into position, and then we can... Wait, are these empty? Oh, I think they are. They totally are, so I'm actually going to get... Whoa. Wait, are they going to take that? Let's send that to our treasury. And then I might actually send these guys. Let's kind of just go this way. Oh my gosh, are all of these empty? No, these have guys at them, so definitely don't want to do that. But it looks like they are going to take that one, which is actually amazing that they do that. They never used to. So I'm fine with that. Just as long as the AI is working properly, that's all I care about, even though they took the money from me. Let's get all of our guys set up here into this region, and then we can begin to fight. And actually, I don't know why they're sending all of their guys out. Looks like they kind of just want all of that. So let's actually do this, and that'll probably draw them towards us. So I don't really feel like paying for these guys again. Yeah, here we go. See that? They took them back. I don't know what these guys are doing, but hopefully I'll be able to take those. That'd be kind of nice. Yeah, let's just get into the circle for now. And in fact, we could probably even stay in the trees. Battle has begun. Here we go. And honestly, let's just overwhelm these guys. Let's just charge them. We have more than enough guys available. And they have been caught with only one unit kind of vulnerable here. So let's take advantage of that. There we go. Caught them at a nice flank. Shouldn't have any issues there. Let's make sure we're not shooting our own guys. Okay, that's perfect. You know what? I think I only have to defeat this unit to win the battle. Let's maybe shoot these bandits as well. Actually, I don't want to do that because you don't get the influence for it. Let's just take one unit and attack them. Okay, we took them out. That should be a victory. And now we own this region, which is kind of nice. So let's just continue on. I could probably disband all of these guys. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I completely messed that up. Shoot. Okay, well, these are empty, and I guess I could maybe... Is there a really cheap... Yeah, local thugs. That's perfect. Let's just send them here, and I think all I have to do is collect them. That'll be perfect. Let's make sure we beat these guys. They are going for that one. Let's take this one. Send that to our treasury, and let's go down and see if we can collect that. Should be able to beat them. Thank you. Okay, let's send that to our treasury as well. And I think that is all of the bandit camps. We've got one down here, which they have nobody. No, there is guys there actually. So let's just disband these guys. And then I can use my own guys and go take that if I want. There we go. Got a little bit extra money. It's November, and let's get a few more families on here. I want to make sure I get all of this seeded. It looks like they were able to get everything done. Yeah, everything's seeded, so that's perfect. That should be a nice little yield. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, 100%. Got that done. 102 we're going to get from that. So they are completely done for the year. So let's free them up. And that gives us a lot more families available for doing some stuff. So let's take care of this. Let's do one on our storehouse, maybe one on our granary. That should get some more people moving in. And let's maybe do, for these really big fields, let's do the really high yield ones. They take a little bit longer to reach maturity, but I'm a pear guy. Apples are good too. I've never even heard of a quince until I started playing this game, so don't ask me what a quince tastes like. Let's get one more worker on there. And what else could we do? Clay, yeah, I think having 2 on there will be good. Let's get maybe 1 more on there. And honestly, let's just mine as much as we can, because that will probably pay off more than we think. Let's see. Okay, we got 29 tools now. That's probably pretty good. So let's get a family back from that. We probably don't need a whole lot more tools than that. So let's keep making weapons. Let's upgrade some houses if we can. We need some planks. So let's go ahead and do that. We got 41 timbers, so we should be able to get lots of planks. And I also wouldn't mind getting a few more. Let's get a horse, because I think we promised to get another horse. And then we'll get a small stable as well. The other thing is we need to start getting some, we got cheaper animal imports. So I would not mind at all to get a livestock trading post. That could probably go maybe kind of just over here. Doesn't need to be that close to town. And then what I could do is maybe have kind of a little path kind of coming around here. Just straight to there, and then this can kind of be my little sheep farm. Let's maybe do that. We can get a little sheep farm in here. I think that's a nice spot, and then we can get some pasture in here. Let's maybe go like this. Actually, what we could do, let's maybe take a path straight up through here, and then I can kind of get a couple of pastures in here. So let's do one in here. Nice big one there. Much space as possible, and then in here I'll also get one. We'll get one there as well. So that should be perfect. That's lots. We'll have a sheep farm there, and we'll be able to import some animals pretty cheap. And should have quite a bit of money by then, so we should be able to order quite a bit right away. Okay, it is November. What are some things that we need to get done here? We have a bandit camp there that we could take. And honestly, if there's another little unit that we could hire, honestly, something super cheap, that's probably still too expensive. I could get 2 of these guys for 50, so I don't want to get that yet. Or I could probably just use my own guys in the winter months. Might be kind of nice. So let's maybe wait for that. But yeah, now we should be flying through the dressed stone, making lots, selling lots of mortar. Honestly, I'm going to need another worker on here. We're getting lots of clay now. Should be making lots of roof tiles, so that should help tremendously. Iron slabs is good. Let's upgrade these houses because I'd like to start making some weapons if we can. And we had a couple of good shipments of money, so let's get some of these ready to go. What else do we want to do? We have 1 extra family available. Where could we put them? Honestly, we're probably going to have quite a bit of clay coming in, so let's get another worker on our clay furnace. Actually, maybe 1 more on our trading post might be nice, just so we can sell more volume. Okay, that'll be good. We got 25 timber. Let's even start upgrading some houses. Why not? Get them ready for those brand new tier 3 houses. I think that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, don't need to go too crazy. Let's get a blacksmith there, a joiner's workshop there, and then we can start making some more weapons. And that will definitely help. So let's get some carrots there as well. Should be able to buy some there as well. So this is not too bad so far. Might have to free up 1 more worker. Like our lime kiln. I mean, we probably have more than... Let's actually upgrade our church before we forget. So let's upgrade that, and then honestly, I think we're probably good for lime. Quarry, that is good. Let's just keep them working on that. And then I guess let's maybe just get 1 more worker back from something. But yeah, food is going to be pretty scarce, but this will be a great harvest. I'm excited for that. We're also going to need a couple of communal ovens, so let's get this right there. I could probably even get 1 more back here. That'll be a good spot. And we have some more mercenaries available. Let's see if we can get... Nothing. Yeah, these guys are pretty cheap, honestly. That would be fine, but honestly, we're going to have quite a bit of our own soldiers now, so I'm excited for that. We're making some more spears, it looks like. So that's going to be perfect. Got 29 tools, definitely lots of tools, but yeah, let's keep making some iron slabs. And that should hopefully pay off for us. Let's get another ox here as well. These are actually going to be quite full, so let's get a couple more of these. Like honestly, just like kind of fill this in a little bit more. I wouldn't mind getting a few more in there. Kind of right next to our saw pit, just so it blends in, and then I have to look for it every time I want to get it. Yeah, that's awesome. That's actually perfect. We're using planks now, which is interesting, so it'll be a little bit harder to keep up with that. Let's maybe get 1 more on our logging camp, and then I am going to start replanting some trees as well. If I could get 1 of those there, and maybe even another one, I could start replanting some trees in here, maybe even in here, and I think that should help out quite a bit. Let's also get some cabbages and kind of just fill in all of these if we can. We need a little bit more planks to get that, so that's basically what we're waiting for there. Let's see how our opponents are doing here. So they have a nice little town. I wish you could kind of see how much money they have, or like which one's more powerful. This one, if I were to make a bet, I guess I'd probably guess or bet on these guys because they got the rich iron. I think they're probably a little bit richer maybe. So yeah, compared to us, yeah, they might be a little bit well or higher, better, well off, however you're gonna say that. I'd love to get some more money than them. I think that would definitely be top of my priority list. Let's get some more apiaries. I think that would be helpful for sure. We got somebody in our saw pit, which is nice. I really want to start replanting some trees. That's definitely on my to-do list, but we actually have a decent amount of people here, so I might even split these guys up. 15, no, let's maybe keep 30, and let's quickly go get that bandit camp. I think that might be a pretty good idea. So let's just come up here. Let's form up really quick. We are completely running out of food, which is just not great. So let's go take this bandit camp. I think another one actually just popped up as well. So if we wanted to in the winter, we could probably go try and get that one as well. So let's maybe just form up right there, and then we can kind of just wait for them to come to us probably. We still have 6 available living space. I think once we have all of this harvested, that's definitely going to help. So I'm excited for that at least. We're building those, which is really nice. Actually, we're throwing that up right now. So that'll definitely be helpful. These guys are getting a little bit closer. Let's see. Let's maybe push up a little bit further here. Let's go right there. I think we could probably... Are they going to come at us now? Perfect. Let's go stand our ground. I don't even think this is all of our men, but let's push forward here a little bit. And that should be a victory. Okay, let's disband and let's go get that really quick. Actually, let's not run. Let's just continue to walk, but I'd definitely like to go get that other one if I can. Let's just send that to our nearest, or our treasury, sorry. We have a decent amount of money and we should be able to make quite a bit. So let's take these guys all the way through here. And now we have a decent amount of money in our disposal, so that is excellent. I think let's maybe... I'd love to get a deep mine here, so let's maybe do that. That would definitely be worth the upgrade for sure. And let's maybe even get another worker on here now. Let's maybe get some apples, just kind of upgrade a couple things. I think that's really going to help out. Like right now we hardly have any food, but in the future we should have lots. It's kind of one of those things where patience should pay off for us. I hope these guys don't mind me passing their town. It'd be kind of funny if they just attack me. That's what I want. Like, I just want them to be able to attack me if they want. They don't have to, like, claim my region or anything like that. Like, if I'm trespassing and they just want to kill me, they should be able to. This is the medieval times. Anything goes. So let's form up right here. And I think to get the big FPS boosts that they promised, the pop-in is just, like, kind of crazy. Like, I go right there and you can't even see your guys anymore. So let's go shield wall. And let's actually watch this one. Click off of there. So let's see. Oh, I left that nice white tree in the middle there still. Got lots of snow on it. Oh yeah. I actually put DLAA on. I had DLSS quality before, but I realized with the FPS boost I can actually bump it up quite a bit. So that is definitely nice. So now we have nice smooth frames with even better quality. And I think it actually looks a little bit better. It's kind of not super noticeable, but I think it's definitely kind of just clearer, crisper. The resolution bumps up if anything, but I mean, quality DLSS is just amazing to begin with, so can't really go wrong with it there. But yeah, this is looking good. We should be able to wipe these guys out pretty quickly. There we go. And let's go get that quickly, and let's run back to camp. Now that it's going to be springtime, so we definitely want to get these guys back as quickly as we can. Let's put that to our treasury as well, and let's just send these guys back. They did a pretty good job, so let's get them returning. It is now March, so if I could free up... I guess we're kind of already done all these fields. We just need to wait till harvest season, and then we should be good to go. But how is everything else doing? So we got firewood. It would actually be nice to get a charcoal kiln, so we never actually got one of those. Let's maybe just get one right there. That's probably a good spot. And we need to get this thing going as well. So we got our livestock trading post. Actually, let's get them on there. Could do right away. We got lots of spears, which is nice. And honestly, we have plenty. I guess they're kind of going to be enabled once the time comes. But yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of an army. Let's just make a little bit more. We got some timber, got some planks. I guess I could maybe free these guys up for right now. Let's get them on our livestock trading post. So these guys should be cheaper to import, which they definitely are. Wow, okay, they used to be 30 and 23, I think. So let's import both. Let's get maybe 10 of each, maybe even like 20 of each, just so I can really... Actually, let's go 10 sheep and 20 lambs. That might be a pretty good idea. Oh, never mind, it is the same. No, sorry. It's like a little bit cheaper, which is kind of crazy. Horses are so expensive. So honestly, once there's horsemen in the game, that's going to be very expensive. Like if you want a unit of horsemen, you got to get your own horses. That could be interesting. Unless you hire mercenaries that have them already, but that should be good. Should be able to get quite a bit of sheep. Let's get somebody on our sheep farm as well, so we can start taking care of those sheep. And then yeah, we have a decent amount of firewood. I'd love to start getting some charcoal. Let's maybe focus on that. We also need to start planting some trees, so lots of stuff need to be done here. Let's see, are our guys coming back? There they are. Looks like we're making lots of spears and shields. Gotta make sure we have enough planks though. We don't have anybody on there right now. But we got all those taken care of, and now we should see a lot of, they're planting a lot of apple trees. So that should be amazing. Let's get these guys back. And just like that, we got 36. Let's get another unit, and then we can continue to grow. Yeah, I want another family. I'll probably get them planting some trees. How are we doing? So we are very, very low on food. I need to get somebody on here. And we are already getting all of those, which is good. Very, very slowly though, so definitely gonna need all of this. So that's gonna be very welcome. Let's get these. I could probably upgrade these. Don't need too much though, so let's just maybe get one more ox. And yeah, what the heck, let's upgrade those, but then we'll probably need some more planks is the only issue, so can't make any more weapons. Let's free up one family. How are we doing for clay? We have 96 clay. I could probably balance this a little bit better. I think if I had 2 families getting clay, I also need planks to kind of, yeah, let's maybe get somebody on our saw pit. So it's 2 families on our clay, 1 on our clay furnace. I think that should be a nice little balance maybe. Roof tiles. Honestly, for a while, it would be nice to just get extra people making roof tiles. As far as our stone, we don't have a whole lot of rough stone, so I think that's a nice balance at least. Yeah, 108, that is actually a pretty good balance, and they're keeping that nice and empty, so that should be good. Now that we are not making any more lime kiln, we should have quite a bit already. Yeah, we got 10 mortar. So what I might do, we don't have anybody on there. I guess I'll probably just start selling all of that rubble stone again. Let's keep maybe 15 of it maybe. And let's export the rest. That'll probably be just fine. Okay, what can we do here? Can't really upgrade any more houses right now. We just need a little bit more meat and fish and all that good stuff. So we got somebody on there collecting some mushrooms. That's perfect. And then I just honestly can't wait to harvest all this. I wonder if we could do even a little bit better. We don't really have the families available right now. So 71%, I probably need to start getting some barley. So as far as barley fertility, we have like literally nothing, honestly. So I might even start importing some. We had another family move in here. We got Martin and Hans. Let's do somebody on here, and then I can start replanting some trees. Let's maybe just do like this area, maybe just the immediate area right behind the logging camp might be a good idea. That's probably good. And now, yeah, we're very, very low on food, so that's not good. But we're getting lots of rain, so that should help with the fields. Okay, I'm gonna have all that going. Let's maybe do a couple more apiaries. I did hear that, don't you worry. We have some bandits coming in, so let's see where they're coming from. Enemy unit spotted. They're coming from right here. Oh my gosh, they're coming to burn our town, actually. I think that there's maybe, yeah, it looks like 2 units. So we definitely want to combat them. We have tons of guys, though. I'm not overly worried about it. But let's rush to the edge of town. Let's maybe form up right there. And look at all these guys were slacking. It's like they knew. Those smart guys. So let's just get running. And I love that they all come out of their houses. They go back to their houses, get their spears and shields, helmets and stuff. And then out they come. What a cool game, honestly. I love this game. So we could upgrade some houses if we do a couple of things. What else was I going to do here? So this one's ready to go. Let's maybe get Maybe a chicken coop. I'd love to get more apiaries if I could. So we'll just wait till we have some more money for that. But yeah, spears, shields, we're actually doing pretty good with all of that, so that's not a worry. These guys are just not exactly running. Yeah, there we go. Now they're running. Come on, men. We gotta defend the town. Start running. Oh, I love how they just form up like that. So cool. So, they should be ready to fight. And looks like the majority of our units are stuck back there. Let's maybe just form up back here just so they have a easier time getting there. Okay, they just might be stuck, which is fine. So here they come. They are going to be coming from... Can't quite see them. So yeah, let's just form up like right here. Actually, they're right there. Is that them? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's form up right here. Stand your ground. And actually, let's just charge these guys. Let's just charge them. So the majority of them are coming from over here. So hopefully they can't burn anything right now. Let's maybe split up. Let's get one unit there, one unit attacking them. Actually, they're kind of far off. Let's maybe send both of them at these guys. And here we go. Got a nice little fight on our hands. Honestly, DLAA looks a little bit better. It's still DLSS, but it's just like a nicer version of it. Looks very, very good. Wow. Very smooth too. They've done a great job at optimizing the game. Honestly, game developers just don't optimize games anymore. And it's kind of refreshing to see one. So we are going to get sandwiched here a little bit. They didn't quite listen to the command in time. Might have been a little bit busy. So there we go. We can turn and face these guys now. Oh yeah, there we go. I just love the colors in this game. Like, it's such a pretty game, honestly. Very, very cool. You got your cheerleaders in the background, of course, doing absolutely nothing. Okay, I think that should be pretty good. We got enough influence to at least attack another region. So let's just disband them, and they've done pretty good today. Good job, man. Look at that. Off they work, or back to work. This guy's got an axe. He should have kept that thing for the battle. He just had that in his pocket this whole time. Interesting. Okay, let's get a corpse pit. And I suppose we could probably build that kind of in the trees here. Let's just kind of have it right next to the road to remind our guests, people coming to and fro, that don't mess with us, because there's definitely people in that grave. Don't think there's not. Let's get somebody there. We can clean up those bodies. And I need to start making some more money here. What's going on? So we have some rough stone, 70 dressed stone. Maybe they're not able to sell as much. They might need another worker to kind of help them. So if we could do that, that would be lovely. We got 46 roof tiles. So yeah, they're kind of just a little bit too busy right now, maybe. Let's just kind of keep them mining. Got our quarry going. So yeah, they're doing pretty good. 21 tools still, so that's good. I guess they can kind of just work on selling all that. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, what I could do is maybe see if there's a little bit more fertility. Like, there is some over here. And honestly, I could just get one giant field. Like, let's just do this all the way to the end. And then I could probably do something like that. Just kind of plop all of this in and then just get one giant field. I don't want it to be just actually one giant field. I could even kind of split this up into maybe 3 sections. Maybe kind of just like that, and then still have a few big fields in here. And then I could put some oxen on that, and I think that should actually be pretty good. Just giant fields. Honestly, you might as well. Even though they're going to get it done just to harvest it. Which is not super ideal. Yeah, let's plop that in there. So there we go. Let's get, honestly, 99 rye you can't really argue with. Just to have a little bit of, yeah, let's maybe do rye since it is so big. So let's get one family on there. And we already have 2 oxen on there, so they should be able to work. No guide available, waiting, a guide is coming, so I need a couple more workers. to guide those guys. So let's maybe do one extra one here. And we got our livestock trading post. We do have some sheep already. As far as firewood, let's maybe take them off there. Then we need to build that. Let's get one extra family on there. And I need to turn that all into charcoal if I can. How are these guys doing? So that's growing. I don't think they should really need more than just one worker on that. Yeah, they should be able to get a couple of oxen on there. Let's even get 3 families on there. And now we're kind of running into some issues where we don't really have any more space for families to go. So we need a little bit more timber. But we got lots of planks, so we can stop doing that. Let's get 3 on there again. Hopefully we can replant some trees. And kind of crawl out of this hole that is having 0 food. And we got somebody on there now, which is nice. So if they can at least get this done, that would be nice. So they are going to start tackling that. Hopefully. It's going to take them ages, but they got all summer to do it. And I might actually free up one worker there. I'm going to put them on our charcoal kiln just so we can get some charcoal going. Because that is going to be a lot better for us. Okay, what else can we do? We can get another apiary there. And we should actually have quite a bit of honey and wax already, so we could probably start selling that. Where is our honey and wax? So export all of that. Let's just set that to 0. And you can sell it for pretty good pricing, so that's great. Okay, how are we doing? We got 12 timber now. Let's get as many of these houses upgraded as possible. Let's do one there. I wish there was a little thing that told you, maybe there is, that kind of told you if it can be upgraded or not. Let's see if there's a difference between these. No, not really. Unless I'm just kind of dumb, which could be very possible. Let's get a few of these. Those ones as well. And then this one I believe has one as well. That's actually good. And honestly, I could build all the way through here. This gets a little bit sketchy. I don't really want a house there per se. I could maybe have one in here. Kind of just like that. I could have one plot right in there. And that's probably pretty good. Honestly, 2 plots, that is more than enough. And you know what? Just to have a little bit of extra roads, I think I'll just take one right there just to be a little bit quicker. Look at this. Wow, they're actually really quick. They basically got it plowed. And then they're going to kind of work on that. So we have one family available. Let's get them... see, we're going to turn that all into charcoal. Let's get some more firewood maybe. Definitely lots of different priorities. So we have our communal ovens here, which is great. I'll probably need a malt house if I ever end up. Yeah, see, we're actually getting quite a bit of money here now. So let's maybe order another horse and do that. Yeah, we'll need a malt house either way, so let's just get one. That could probably go just right at the end here. And then we could just connect it there. And then this, I'll just kind of... I'm sorry about that. Actually, no, I gotta fix that. It's just, yeah, it's wrong. I gotta fix it. So let's do that. Let's get a malt house right in here. And then I can kind of just curve that and fix it a little bit. So that should be good. So now we're getting some sheep. And we're having to order a lot of sheep, which isn't helping our money. So we have quite a bit there. What do we want to do? Yeah, let's just keep ordering as much as possible, maybe. What else could we do? How is this doing? So that's actually out, but it's still growing. Yeah, only one worker on there is probably good enough. So they're kind of working on all that. Gonna take a long time. So August, September is next. So let's actually start loading up our fields for our harvest. So let's free up as many workers as we can. Maybe a couple off of there. Where does that get us to? We could probably do our livestock trader. We could take them off of there, put one there. And maybe maybe our charcoal kiln. We got a little bit of charcoal already, so let's take them off of there. And that is a full house now. So that's perfect. And then we can keep getting some firewood. I think that'll be a good idea. But yeah, we are very, very low on food and fuel. Food should be taken care of, so I'm not really worried about that. Fuel, I should maybe start getting a little bit more if I can. Yeah, we got 6 available living space. We got these now. Let's maybe get some vegetable gardens in there. And then if we have a little bit more room to build, that would be amazing. Honestly, I may even just get some houses right on the edge here. Just right along this fence. We kind of have this road coming here through here. What I could do is just continue that on. And then I can kind of just do this. Let's go straight up. And I think that should actually look pretty good. Let's get a few houses in here. So we only have 9 timber. Let's lower this a little bit. And honestly, that looks pretty good to me. Or I could have it facing the main road, but honestly, that's fine. Let's lock that in. That's perfect. That'll give us a little bit extra housing. And then in here, I can maybe do something. I'm not sure what, but I kind of like the idea of just keeping it nice and open. So we got 8 families on there ready to get all of this taken care of. And for the most part, they have. This is 100% now. They're kind of working on that, and we're almost in harvest season. So once that comes, actually, this is kind of perfect timing because they won't have anything to harvest here. And then they can kind of just take care of everything else. So that'll be good. Let's maybe order a couple more oxen. My camera's flipping out again. A couple more oxen might be nice. We're getting lots of money now. We got 28 spears. We actually have quite a bit of spears. So I'm actually gonna... It's harvest season now, so that's amazing. Let's stop importing. We got 17 tools. Let's actually stop importing iron for a little bit. Let's maybe shift our focus on maybe ordering some barley might be nice. That's our major trade, so let's get like 10. We can import some barley. It's quite expensive, unfortunately, but I think that should be all right. I don't know if I ever got a malt house. Oh no, I did. It's right on. It's right there, so that's perfect. And I do probably. Oh my gosh, we are very low on wood here. So let's see if we can replant some trees in here. Yikes. Okay, harvest season. This should be amazing. We're gonna get lots of rye from all this. Let's see how fast this goes up. That should be kind of nice. We have 110 clay, so I'd love to start turning that into roof tiles a little bit quicker. So I could probably even... Yeah, let's just keep it coming in, honestly. Yeah, look at this. They are harvesting like there is no tomorrow. So that excites me. Hopefully they can get it all done in time. Like, hopefully they don't just start harvesting all that, but yeah, this should be pretty good. Look at that, 213 rye sheaves. That is kind of glorious. I just got iron ore somehow. Wait, what? I thought I turned off that. Maybe they just finished their last order, which is fine. Got lots of sheep in here, so that is lovely as well. I wish they looked different. Like, most of these are, yeah, lambs, sheep, and they kind of look the same. I wish there were smaller ones. Yeah, let's see. September 22nd, they should be able to get everything done here. And harvest all that. This is a pretty big field. So honestly, I may actually need another farmhouse. So let's actually get one way over there. And let's kind of just build that up. How many oxen do we have? We have lots. And the more, the better, I think. Okay, so yeah, we are able to get all of that done. Now, our fertility is basically nothing. So let's just do fallow for all of this. Let's slow this down. Let's do fallow. And then we can kind of alternate back and forth between those giant fields and these ones. But yeah, we definitely don't need to be getting 1%. That's actually crazy how not great it is. So that's fine. That'll keep them nice and busy. Hopefully they don't harvest all of this. Like, look at this. That's going to be a ton for us. I'm excited about that. Yeah, we can get that built up. And now they're kind of just transporting it all, which will take a little bit of time. Yeah, harvest season's over, and look at that. We got almost 400 rye sheaves. We do have some barley now, so let's get this thing going. We get somebody on our malt house, and then we will need a brewer. So who is the lucky brewer? I think we could probably do maybe one of these houses. I think maybe this house or something. This one's got carrots. That was more expensive, so let's maybe do that. And did we upgrade that? Oh no, I did a little more planks actually. So let's maybe get somebody on our saw pit for a little bit. Just so I can get some stuff. Yeah, that's absolutely amazing that we got all that stuff. So that's exciting. This thing is almost done. Even though we don't have anybody to do anything with yet, but we're gonna make some malt. That would be great. And then we can get somebody on our tavern as well. So yeah, we definitely need some planks right away here. Okay, now it's ready. I think we could get a brewery now. And hopefully with that, that will help grow our town a little bit more. So these are ready to go. Let's get some cabbages on those. And food should hopefully be a non-issue now. Winter's approaching. Let's see. Waiting, crafting, transporting. So they're kind of just going to be turning all that into grain. Honestly, let's just do as much as possible. Let's take a couple families off. Let's put them on there. Because they should be able to turn all that. Yeah, let's get 2 families on there. And then if I could get... Let's just have like 2 families doing that. And then we also have communal ovens. Let's get 1 on there. 1 on there. And then we can start making some bread. So food should not be an issue ever again. Hopefully. We're making lots of grains, so that helps a lot. Honestly, let's do another family on that communal oven. We should be able to make flour. Yeah, they're making flour really fast, so that helps. And we have 32 herbs that I noticed, so let's maybe sell some of those. Let's keep like 10 of them. Honestly, even just 5 is probably fine. We can sell the rest. We definitely have enough spears. Yeah, we're definitely good for spears. Let's maybe make some tools instead. So where the heck was our blacksmith? So let's go to here. Let's make some tools. And then you could probably make some wooden parts maybe. I wouldn't mind that. Actually, let's maybe just pause that for a little bit. And then we can make some tools. Honestly, we're making quite a bit of money, so I'm just going to keep importing that iron. That'll be good. And we're importing barley. That'll get quite expensive, but I think we should be able to do some good with it. So yeah, it shouldn't take them very long to turn all that into grain. And we're getting quite a bit of flour, so that should be nice. Should have some bread by now already. Oh yeah, bread's coming in. Okay, so that should be amazing. As far as our firewood, that's not doing so well, so we need to figure that out. This has really multiplied, so honestly, I'm just going to stop importing those. If I want to export them, though, I'll be able to get 20 from them. That's crazy. And 13. Wow, that's actually amazing. That's literally free money. We got some bandits coming in. Those dirty bandits. So we got 2 units coming in, and... Oh, that's just Team Yellow. I thought that was the off-map adversary, so that's actually these guys. That's extra interesting. They must not have... That tells me a little bit, actually. They don't have any people here to defend themselves. They are relying on mercenaries. So they're going to defend themselves there. So if we wanted to, we could maybe attack them while they're maybe a little bit weak. Now there's no mercenaries. At least not right now. Let's get a 3rd unit there. I'm actually feeling pretty confident with how strong we are. I'd love to get a manor if we can. So we got 40 planks. Let's take them off of there. And let's get some more firewood if we can. So let's just do this giant area. Same with this, just this giant area. And then we can, yeah, start replanting some of these trees. Okay, we are making quite a bit of money here. So hopefully we can get lots of firewood. How are these doing? So nothing on those. Let's maybe get some vegetable gardens here. Much as possible. Okay, that's awesome. How are we doing with all of this? We're still converting it all into grain. And we should be making lots of bread, so that helps quite a bit. Wow. Okay, so they are actually, they got those guys out to take this region. So if we want to fight them for it, we could. We also have a bandit camp over there, so I might fight them for that. Not a whole lot of guys right now, but we could use our own. Yeah, they're, are they attacking them? It'd be kind of cool to see them duke it out. Whoa, I was wrong. They actually do have some guys here. I was definitely wrong. So they have some units for sure. Yeah, this is all fallow. Okay, they are done with that now. I think I'm just going to resolve this and see, first of all, where the battlefield is, and then we can kind of see, so they got all those guys, plus all of their own units. That's a strong army, I'm not going to lie. We're in December 17th, so we currently, yeah, I mean, nothing really happens. If they take it, but it just buys us a little more time, if anything. Yikes. Okay, so they are continuing to hire some mercenaries. Not good. They might end up just taking that, to be honest. Which really, if I am going to spend resources, I'd rather just spend it on here to try and take this region. Because then I could just take over their town. But I guess we'll kind of have to see. Taking that region would be nice. We do have 2 extra families, I guess 3 total, if we wanted. So we got that going. Let's maybe get some charcoal. We got that going. So actually, let's do another one on there to get some more timber. And we are doing quite nicely here. Let's get some cabbage because we are so rich. I'd like to spend that money. We actually never ended up picking these bodies up, so hopefully they are somewhere. And yeah, that's fine. We got lots of flour. 71 bread. See, that's just amazing. Got some barley coming in, some malt. I bet you, yeah, we got some ale as well. So honestly, let's take them off there. Let's get some ale coming in. We can upgrade that. And then that should help with our approval rating quite a lot. And we also need to get maybe some more storehouse workers. Okay, we're still in December. And they have even more guys coming in. Oh, look at that. That's quite the army. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I really want to fight that battle. They may end up just taking it, and I guess that would just be okay with me. So let's pause that really quick. Now there should be more mercenaries. That's just not good enough. Yikes. Okay, honestly, I'm just going to let them take that region. I would rather spend my resources and my influence and my treasury taking this region. Or maybe Team Blue or something, but for right now, they can definitely just spend all their money buying more mercenaries. I'm fine with that. We just had another worker move in. So let's maybe do more storehouse workers to kind of help out. We still have lots of clay, and honestly, that is kind of balancing it about 100. Got lots of roof tiles, dressed stones. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. And we are making a decent amount of money. So yeah, we got a bloomery, and actually we don't have any. How are we getting iron ore? What? I'm not. I turned that off. Oh no, maybe I turned. Okay, I did turn it back on. So that's good at least. So we're going to build up some iron slabs again. And yes, we are making tools because I set that to tools. So that's good at least. Okay, well, it's not so bad then. We can actually upgrade a few houses. Let's maybe do some of these waterfronts. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe get some level 3 houses even. Some of these can be upgraded. And how are we doing for our well? So water supply, yes, we're good for about up to 40 houses, and we have 27, so that's doing good. That is doing great. So that's... What about... We got some spears, shields. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of spears, so I'm not really worried about that. I wouldn't mind maybe continuing on this path and coming into kind of here maybe. And then I could probably just kind of go across and maybe get some houses in here. So I'll just kind of take this around straight to there. And then I could probably get some houses in here. Unless I did something like that. That looks pretty good. We don't have a whole lot of timbers, so I think that should still work. That's not so bad. Let's maybe do that. And then hopefully we can get some more timber. For some reason we are struggling for timber, so honestly what I might do, I'm going to try and relocate our animals. Let's turn off our hunting camp. Let's just demolish that. And then I am going to completely relocate this thing. So let's get this. Let's see if we can get it even closer. So that is right there. I'd love to get it closer if we can. Okay, right there is honestly kind of perfect. So let's just put our hunting camp right there. That could cost a lot to do it, but that is fine. And honestly, I might take this path and continue through the trees just right to there. So yeah, we can get that built up. And then I have a lot of these to demolish. I think for the most part I got them. You can kind of see them on the map. They look like that. Like that's a hunting camp, so that's a good way to see it. They did change it because the pop-in is completely different. See, here's one as well. You can delete that. So there we go. I think that's all of them. Now we can get back to business. You know what I completely forgot about is our salt way over here. So I could maybe get that. It's not really going to benefit us a whole lot. So honestly, might just leave it. I'm not going to lie, but let's kind of just see. So we still have some rye flour. We're out of rye sheaves. Actually, we have a lot of grain still, so that's going to be turned to flour. Where could we get someone? Probably on our saw pit. So now that we moved that, now we can just chop down all of these trees and they can just like not even worry about just where. Yeah, just chop them all down. Basically. So let's start replanting some of these trees. Hopefully they're able to do some more work now. And I might actually permanently sign an ox. That's probably part of our troubles. And that would probably help. I'd love to kind of build around this. And honestly, this is kind of a waste of space. But yeah, I definitely don't need another one. So let's see if we can get just another little thing in here. Like I could probably just build that just like that. Maybe just to have something to latch onto. So let's maybe go here to there, and then I could probably build a house in there. I can't believe I don't have 2 timber. How crazy is that? There, we can build that now. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna end up fighting them for that. Yeah, our mercenaries kind of suck. And they are very persistent on keeping that for themselves. I'd love to have a battle, but honestly, I might just end up fighting them for their own territory, so by all means, they can go there. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see if they would take that and build there. Very, very curious to see if they would do that. But honestly, I might just let them take it anyway. By let them take it, I mean they win. Because I don't think I can compete with that. So let's get another... maybe just another one there. How are we doing with all this? That's going to be a nice little harvest as well. So honestly, if I can combine those, that's like 300 a year. So definitely nice. Where did they take our grain? Actually, how much storage is here? 1200. Why would I have... Shoot. Okay, did I? No, granary. Yeah, I did take all that grain. That sucks. Why would I do that? So let's actually turn off rye, wheat, and barley will keep. But rye and wheat sheaves let's keep off. And then I need to, yeah, we'll collect bread, which is fine. I do not want to collect grain, though. I want to reject grain and flour. Yeah, I'll keep flour around here, as well as malt. So that should be perfect. Rye flour, that's into town. These things have so much storage in them. So yeah, you can kind of just keep everything there. So let's continue to do that. See, now this sucks because they have to go back and forth between that, but that's fine. I wish there was a way of kind of collecting it back, but that is just fine. Let's maybe build that, just so that's kind of ready to go. And just having another farmhouse alone, like I could have 2 families on either of them and they would basically get everything done. As far as our firewood, it's getting a little bit better. We're getting a little bit closer to where we want to be. Let's maybe get some more apiaries. Can never have too many apiaries. Let's see how ugly this turned out. Honestly, that's not that bad. That's workable. Like, you kind of come in here, it's kind of nice. Just kind of hidden away. Nice little plot. And then I could also get a house in here. But we are really struggling for timber for whatever reason. So let's get another worker on there. And hopefully they can get quite a bit. Replant some trees in here. -41. So 4 more days until they take that. Honestly, do I want to just do a last second attack? No, I don't. Honestly, I'm just going to wait for them to take that. They'll disband all these guys and then I'll attack this region. That's probably the best way to do that. Yeah, we're making quite a bit of money. Do we have enough for a peace declared? So they ended up taking that. Yeah, so they have that now. So let's see. Are they going to disband? Well, they're off to do something. They kind of just disbanded their own guys, but they are going to go to get that bandit camp, which is probably smart of them. They literally would have had to pay like 4 months of those guys' salary. So hopefully that didn't hurt them too much. And hopefully it was worth it. So let's get one of those. And how are our trees doing? They're having a nice little yield, I think. And now that it's spring, we should be getting carrots, cabbages, lots of that stuff. We got lots of bread. So that's amazing. Let's wait until these guys just disband. And then I'm going to set claim to this region. But I'm going to make sure we have lots of guys available first. I might even wait till April, which is actually just in a day here. So let's see. Yeah, that's a lot better. Let's hire them. And yeah, no, let's actually rethink that. Let's attack these guys. So they're both coming in from here. Let's just go right on the outskirts of town right there. Get into position. And actually, we could go take this. Let's go take our archers and take these guys out. Yeah, we should be able to take them out. Maybe. Come on, men. Take them out. Okay, there we go. Let's go take this, send that to our treasury, and that should pay for all of our guys that we got. Let's put them right there, and I think that's all of them. So they will have been forced to build in this region if they haven't already. I'm very curious to see if they will end up building in there, but that'd be kind of cool. Let's try and take that region. And honestly, now that we have an extra worker, let's get another one on our granary. That would probably help out. Let's make sure somebody's on there still. Yeah, I should be able to get quite a bit of food here. Yeah, I don't want to miss that harvest. So let's make sure that they are there. Let's set claims to this region. And let's see what happens. So the battlefield should be right on their town. Which it is, so that is awesome. Are they they're trying to pay us off a little bit? That's not gonna be good enough, friend. Let's push forward. So they got these guys, 5 guys coming in. Battle has begun, so they actually, they're bringing out their own men here to fight. So let's get all of these guys in the front, and then these guys can stay in the back. And this is what Manor Lords is about. Like, this is so cool. I'm literally just like attacking this town. I love this. So we're gonna do a little bit of skirmishing with our archers here. Get in a couple of shots. Let's maybe push in our spearmen. And then I'll keep these guys maybe a little bit off to the sides. Keep our archers firing. But yeah, let's do that. We can kind of block this area if we can. Shield wall. Let's maybe get these guys right off to the side. I think they're coming in from the sides, but there's not a lot of them, so I'm not overly worried about them. Let's charge in. We can sandwich these guys a little bit. And let's use our archers to attack their retinue units. So they got those guys over there. Not very wise of them. Let's charge in and then we can do a nice little ice cream sandwich here. Looking pretty good. Nice little fight along the pond. Let's check out that pond. Oh yeah. Looking epic. See, I love Manor Lords because you can just have a battle anywhere. Even though you're kind of limited by the circle, but for the most part, you can kind of fight anywhere. Very, very cool. So we took out those guys. Whoa! Just in time for the counter charge. That was intense. So we actually have a nice little fight on our hands. It looks like they spent all of their money. They can't really get a whole lot of resources. Oh shoot, we're getting attacked here. Look at these guys. They're absolutely flying through our guys. These 5 men. We're struggling a little bit, so they are hacking us down. Man, they're tough cookies, so they're going to be tough to deal with. We are slowly taking them out, overwhelming them a little bit. Push, 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 man, push. Oh man, crazy. You know what I miss? I miss the days where you could have like 1,000 fish in a pond, or like 187. I mean, that's more realistic for sure. Like 187 fish is probably even a lot for that pond, but yeah, that was a fun time. You could just spam like 5 fisherman's hut and just get like 3,000 fish. Probably a little unbalanced, but that should be it for them. We took out their retinue unit, which is nice. Let's take out these guys, and that is it. So that is a victory. So wouldn't you know it, now we own this town, and they have 7,000 regional wealth. What the heck? So they got 1,400 clay and 26 roof tiles, so they're just collecting clay, I guess. Yeah, it's good to collect clay, I suppose. They didn't even use their upgrade, which is interesting. Let's take these guys. And we got 7 days with them. I guess we'll just disband them. Don't really need them anymore, but oh, sweet. Okay, the retinue actually carries across now, so I need to buy some more. Where is their manor here? So let's actually do like a like a 30% tax. Just keep going until they're very unhappy. I mean, because you took the town over, I don't need to be friends with these guys. I can just tax them like crazy. It can go into my regional wealth. Honestly, kind of like how it would have been. Like, they're kind of still in charge of their own fate. I think it'd be kind of cool if they just were immediately hated. Kind of like in Stronghold. But let's do... We probably have enough influence coming in. So let's do that. A 30% land tax. Let's chew up that 7,000 as fast as we can. And what else could we get? I mean, the reason they didn't do anything with their upgrades is because they don't really need to. Not a whole lot that they can get, so what can, like, yeah, I don't know what I can even really do. We're kind of out of families. They've built all they can build. They have 2 on their corpse pit, which is probably a good idea, but let's get them back. Where is their... Got our granary here, which they haven't even upgraded. How are they just alive right now? They're living off a small granary? Okay, let's upgrade that. And if I can find... Got a little woodcutter's lodge there. Where is their clay furnace? So right there. It's got another worker on that. Let's start chewing through that. We definitely don't need more clay. So let's just get as much clay as possible. Clay roof tiles. So that'll be good. And then as far as weapons, like, they do have spears. They got some shields for sure. So I'm actually curious. Okay, they did kind of fix that, so you can get some guys again. Sometimes if you took another region, you just couldn't do anything. Also, that seems to be working, so you don't have to restart your game as much. That is definitely nice. So as far as the people we have, Got no available living space, but we have... I guess we kind of just killed their entire town, so we need to wait for people to come back. That'll be pretty important. So we got that. Where's our storehouse? We got a bloomery there. Which they have a worker on and we have no iron, so let's just take that off. And then here's our storehouse, so that's good. Let's get an upgrade. Let's just get like just something. I don't even like something having to do with mining maybe. Food variety. Let's just do that and then increase success in tree planting. So let's get a few of these. Probably get one on either side of that. Yeah, clay furnace, trading post. So what are they trading? Let's actually see what they're doing. So they got lots of horses. They are exporting roof tiles, which that explains why they have so much and I don't. So if we can make some more of those, that'd be nice. And I think everything else, a whole lot going on. So they're exporting salt, which makes sense. They're kind of just selling all of it. Exporting large shields. Let's just set that to like 30 because we don't need that many. And charcoal. So that has gone down. Let's actually just turn that off. And then they continue to make some money for us. But yeah, if we can get tons in here, that would be nice. And let's even get another one on our clay furnace so they can start pumping up some roof tiles. Okay, more families are moving in. Hopefully we can get some soldiers here. So we got one on here. Let's see if we can, are we in the right region? Yes, we are. So that actually works now. That's amazing. So we're just missing some recruits. So we just need to get some guys back. And we already just got a ton there. Oh, I'm loving that 30% tax. So honestly, that's probably pretty good. Let's just do a 10% from now on just so they can still be happy. And let's actually buy some more guys if we can. Let's get these guys back. And I love that you can actually get them back to this region. Let's see if we can take them out. Oh, that is glorious. It actually works. That's amazing. So now we can just disband them again. Let's maybe get one of these just so we can get some extra retinue. Let's build that as quickly as we can. And honestly, a couple more houses would be nice. So if we can find a place to have a path, that would be nice. Let's maybe just move this stable to there. And then we can move that stuff. And then I could take a path through here and maybe kind of build in this area a little bit more. But yeah, got a corpse pit. That's probably in the way. And our woodcutter's lodge, which is good. I can't believe how much food they have. Like, they got nobody fishing right now. I guess that's my fault. Where else could we get somebody? We got our deep mine here, which is our salt. So honestly, I don't really care to get a whole lot more salt. We got some tools. Charcoal kiln, so that's good as well. So honestly, this could probably move as well. So let's just free them up. Let's get some more fish coming in. And based on the money they have alone, they can basically just buy their food. Yeah, they have this way over here, which they have 4 families on. So that explains where all of our families are. That's insane. So we're actually in the wrong region here. So there we go. We got 4 back. Now we could probably just have, yeah, maybe 2 on there, which is fine. How much are they fishing? So 187, 130. Let's do like 100. Let's get a little bit more fish out of that. Honestly, not too bad though. They have a family on there for some reason. Deep mine. Let's get some more salt. It'd be nice to sell some more of that, so that should be good. These guys are nice and happy. Should be getting some weapons. They have some spears, so they should be able to get some soldiers. I'm a little bit surprised why they can't really get any, but that's fine. Back over here. So we have quite a bit of money of our own. 6 timber, 200 planks, which is more than enough. Let's stop getting planks. We should have a lot of wool, won't we? Yeah, we got 78 wool, so let's maybe get a weaver's workshop. Could probably just put that right there. And then we need to get a couple of tailors. would be a good idea. So let's maybe demolish that. Let's get one tailor there. That's an apiary. Let's maybe expand that. We have this one, which would probably be a nice little spot for a tailor. Kind of along the water. It's kind of cool, actually. And then what do we need to upgrade these? So we have our level 2 church, which is amazing. We basically just need meats, fishes, and animal produce. So that gets a little bit tricky, but that would help with a lot. Let's maybe get another... Oh man, we just spent all of our guys. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's get that going. Let's free up as many families as we can. Let's just load that up. Firewood, we probably have lots of firewood, so let's just load this up as much as we can. And then we can start doing all of this, getting lots more, because it looks like these are ready to go, so might as well do that. And then we can harvest this once the time comes, so that'll be perfect. And then honestly, let's actually spread these guys out a little bit more. Let's get 2 on this one, and then we can put 2 oxen on here too. So that should help go quicker. Now let's free one more family there. Now let's maybe order another ox. Yeah, we're doing pretty good over here. I think we could probably get a manor house now. And honestly, I might just put that as soon as you come in, right next to that tree. Get one of those. Bob is your uncle. Let's build that thing. Shouldn't take too long. And yeah, we got lots of sheep coming in. We got our weaver's workshop coming up. And then we already have these ready to go. So let's make sure they are on yarn. This one as well. And then we can start making some clothes. So that should definitely help. And let's import a little bit of fish. So what did we need for upgrades? We just needed this. So meats, fishes, animal produce. Let's just buy maybe eggs. Could be a cheap thing to get. Actually 12. 13. So I think as far as... Yeah, let's maybe import some eggs. Like maybe 20 of them. I can buy that. So let's get some of those just so we can build some more houses. Oh my gosh, look at that. They're actually getting some units here now. So that is actually working. That's definitely cool. Got lots of fallen soldiers in there, which I guess are a lot of our own people now. Lots of people moving in, so that's good. This thing is almost done. But the sooner they can get that thing done, the better. It's got one more plank to go, and then you should be able to finish that. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. So let's tax. Let's do like a 20% tithe. Maybe even like a 30%. These people are going to hate me, but honestly, if I can tithe as much as possible, maybe even use a lot of that money to import a bunch of food to then tithe, just to make sure they have enough. Yeah, these guys are going to starve. But hopefully we can get some influence out of it. Let's even do like a 40% tithe. Ah, what the heck? Let's do a 50% tithe. They'll still have 2 months of food. They won't have nothing. Do we have any fertility? Not really. Got some rye. Will they be able to make... So we got our storehouse. That is done. Let's get some more houses maybe. Okay, I have to restart my game. Let's see if this works now. Yeah, look at that. So I could take this right across if I wanted. Let's kind of just go straight out this way. And then I can kind of curve around through here. And then maybe just connect it to there. Or maybe actually I could have connected to there. Or I could just get rid of that. That is no worry at all. So let's get some houses in here. I could probably do something like this. Kind of come up. And circle around near our water. Let's kind of just come up, down like this, and just to there. So let's kind of just do that, and then I can cut across here and get some extra housing. That's perfect. Let's get some houses in here. Doesn't need to be too pretty. Whoa, what happened there actually? Maybe it does need to be prettier than that. Let's kind of just... Oh, you're killing me. So let's actually fix that. Let's fix that. Let's kind of just take that to there. And then this I can come around just go down there. Let's see if that's a little bit smoother. Or we could try and go this way. Yeah, there we go. Let's build these this way. Oh my gosh, we have 0 timber. What is up with these timber issues? They must have nerfed timber. Is that even a thing? So let's get that going. They're just so far away from it. Like usually before this patch they'd have like 200 timber, but honestly they're just doing their best. So let's get this on the outskirts of town there. Set that to highest priority, and actually that'll free up a little bit more space here, in which I could probably take this from here and then go straight up, kind of just like that. Yeah, let's get that going. And then our firewood, they're kind of just doing their best, so that's fine. They're gonna get some soldiers there. I love that you can actually just take over the soldiers of the town now. Like, that's how you get a ton more units. You can get as many as you want. It's kind of just lovely. So let's get as many spears as possible. We have tons of money, so I might even just... Where's our trading post? Right here. So let's import some more iron ore. Let's get like 20 of it. And then we'll get somebody back on our bloomery, which is over here. Okay, that should help. We got a little marketplace, so actually we're doing pretty good. I think we could probably... Yeah, we got that going. I'd love to build some more weapons. So I think, yeah, we got our blacksmith here. Let's make some more spears. Joiner's workshop here. Let's make large shields. And let's make sure we're getting planks, which it should help once we get that done, but I don't know where... Where was that? Where's our... Yeah, saw pit right there. So actually that might even be kind of blocked off. That's an interesting spot to put that. Nonetheless, let's maybe just do that. Got 3 oxen, so yeah, I just don't understand how they make so much money. Like, I've been doing everything I can to make money over here, and I'm like barely making money. And I have way more guys. Like, I don't know. It's quite interesting. It's fun to watch, actually, how they're even able to do that. So we got lots of families for people to move in. Let's get some cabbages. And those are kind of already set up. That will be nice. And we're actually set up pretty good now. So we have all of these guys. I think for the most part they got everything done. And hopefully that'll just carry over into harvest season. And then I'll probably start tithing over here as well. So we're making pretty good money at least. We had another family movement, so let's get them on there. And one thing I never checked, I don't know if they started another build here. That is what would be cool. I don't see anything, so they might have kind of struggled to get that up in time, but it'd be kind of cool if they like had to flee to here and then it's like, okay, here's a free 250 and then you can restart completely. Like, that's kind of how it should be, unless you kind of kept all of your money, but for the most part it should just stay here because that's just what would happen. Let's get a couple of workers on there. Let's just allow them to chop any tree down and maybe even permanently assign an ox to there. We got lots of money, so let's okay, we got some people on there. Hopefully we're gonna get some timber. Honestly, we only have one region really left to claim other than the other ones that are unclaimed, but I think if we just kind of defeat this guy, that should be a victory for us anyway. He's actually, I kind of like this. It looks pretty cool. It would have been cooler if he like followed along the whole way, but it definitely looks cool. Yeah, I'd love to take this town and kind of see how much money they have, but we're kind of set up nicely over here. We got lots of our own troops. We can get these guys upgraded a little bit more and still have tons of money left over. I could probably even upgrade these guys, but actually I don't think we have... Where is our manor? So I don't think we ever finished that. Yeah, let's commit that. And let's set that to highest priority as well. And then we could probably start taxing these guys as well as tithing, but we need to save up a little bit of influence if we can. How is this doing? So, wait, why? I guess it's just barely grown, so that should be better. And then these are really good, so that'll be actually next month that we're going to harvest all of that. So let's kind of just continue on. We just had one family move in. It would be nice to maybe get them. Okay, we got 32 sheep there. And then they'll eventually move over to that pasture. Looks like this is starting to grow in a little bit. Getting a little bit of forestry coming up there. As far as our logs, I guess we could maybe get one more on our logging camp. We're pretty low with that. We have 7 workers on here. Which, yeah, I guess they are still kind of plugging away at all this. I never set that one, so let's do that one as well. I think that should be pretty good. Let's check back over here really quick. So what do we need to do with this? We need a few more houses if we can. We have about 7 timber. I think if we wait till we have about 8, that would be kind of perfect. So let's get some houses. Maybe just in here to start. Kind of just do something like that. Let's maybe face it right in like that. Or maybe even kind of facing it in like that instead. That might be pretty good. And then I'll maybe even just... yeah, these be some weird plots. So I'm just going to take this up and connect it there. And then I can get one house in here as well. And we are starting to get timber a little bit quicker, so that's nice. Get a couple houses there. But yeah, that is starting to work for sure. I wonder if like some of these bigger trees like this one, that's got to give you more timber than the rest, right? Maybe? I don't know. I wonder if anyone's ever really noticed that, but I highly doubt it actually. I don't know. We have 4 months of food and we are tithing our guys quite a bit. What can we do here? So 50% tithe, they definitely don't like that. And raiders have been seen, so let's make sure we squash them. It looks like they're coming from here. So they're probably going to end up coming for this region. But no need to fear. I think we should be able to take these guys out with what we have. Let's just get these guys set up. And we can set them up maybe right there just to defend our town. Or maybe a little bit on the outskirts of town. That should be good. I think we have lots of time, so I don't really need to get them to run or anything. Let's just kind of walk. Look at that. We got some soldiers coming out. That's perfect. And honestly, we have enough soldiers of our own that we could probably just attack that region without even needing mercenaries. And I'd like to have a pretty epic battle for you guys to see here. So hopefully we can do that. And the other thing I want to do is maybe build kind of a little castle around this. Like we definitely have the room, so I could probably do something. Maybe have like a little checkpoint here. So let's maybe focus on not selling any more of our dressed stone. I don't want to sell anymore. We have lots of money, so we don't really need any more of that. So let's stop exporting that as well as our mortar. So that's kind of what we need to build a castle. And we're probably going to need planks as well, and probably a lot of timber, which will be a challenge. Are these guys coming out? Yeah, they're going to start coming this way pretty quick. So yeah, let's maybe run. We could probably start running. So yeah, let's kind of get prepared for that. We're going to get some timber, hopefully. And they should be able to start hacking this down pretty quickly. And then we're going to need some planks as well. So actually, we have quite a bit of planks, so we should be fine with that. Yeah, let's just kind of start working towards getting lots and lots of stuff. And they're kind of working on that. So let's focus on our battle here. We got 3 units to deal with. And lots of these guys are stuck inside there, so that's lovely. Let's see if we can get some of these guys out. There we go. Fast as you can, man. Okay, so they're only sending really 1 unit at a time, so let's actually charge in here. And I think we got the majority of them. So let's see if we can sandwich these guys. Might do a little bit of an overshoot here, man. Turn in, turn in. There we go. They knew what they were doing. And I love that they spread out and attack like all of them, not just like one little clump. That is definitely refreshing to see. Like just lots of little fighting everywhere. Like look at this little fight. How cool is that? We got 3 spearmen teaming up on that one guy. Yeah, they're definitely doing some good work here. So let's get these guys off to the side maybe. They are going to get pretty tired pretty quickly. Let's charge these guys in. And this will actually give us probably the influence that we need to attack the other region. So that could be very nice for us. Absolutely gorgeous game. Again, you get cheerleaders in the background doing absolutely nothing. Not that cheerleaders don't do anything, but let me tell you right now, they are doing nothing. Nothing to help at all. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Our retinue should definitely be able to take these guys out. And honestly, I think I will try and take the other region without mercenaries. If I have to hire someone, then that might be what needs to happen. But I think that should be it. We have enough to attack that region now. So let's run these guys back into town and disband them. Did we even lose a single man? I don't think we did. We have all of our retinue still. And we have these guys that we can hire. Slash recruit. So let's do that. So we have a pretty sizable army here, which is definitely nice. So honestly, it's August. I think now might be a pretty good time to attack these guys. Let's get everyone available. Bring them out into this place. We kind of just form them up in our own quarters. But these guys definitely don't need to run. Let's maybe just get everybody walking. That should be fine. And hopefully everybody comes out like... Yeah, that seems to be about 24 guys maybe. So that is good. Yeah, we don't really need any more tithing. And we got lots of money, so I think we're pretty good with that. Still would like to build a castle, but we don't really have a whole lot of dress. Now let's maybe work on that right now. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of a castle for us. So let's do some walls. We can kind of just build this. It'd be nice to kind of enclose it in here, but pretty much missed that chance. So let's just go right off of here. And I could probably even do something like this. And kind of just go around here. Right next to that. Oh my gosh, did they fix it that you don't need... Oh, that's amazing. You don't need these things anymore to just build a wall. I never thought that would be a huge issue. Let's go back a little bit here. It's literally like building a path now. Okay, that is amazing. Actually, I might have to build it going this way. For some reason, it just doesn't like... what's going on there. So let's kind of go in, connect to there, and now I think I can put these in and have them face the right way. I don't know. Let's kind of just throw these in here. Why does that not want to go there? Okay, I think the castle building is just completely bugged right now. So honestly, we might not get a castle out of this, which is quite unfortunate. But I could probably kind of make this work. Yeah, I think that should kind of work. So let's upgrade these now. Now let's kind of see what it's going to cost to get all of this done. Let's maybe flip that way. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And this one I might actually bring out a little bit just so it kind of curves. I think that looks a little bit better. Upgrade that and this one as well. So that's looking quite a bit better. Let's upgrade these two. Yeah, this is going to cost an arm and a leg. Okay, how does that look? So we kind of have one on the corner, which is kind of cool. There's not really another path to that, but that is looking about as good as we can get it. What else can we really do? We could maybe have a path going through here, which we don't really have. So let's maybe have one coming through here. I could maybe kind of just have it right through there. And maybe even one on this side as well. Probably just take it right through here. Let's maybe just build it like that. And then I can have little paths going to all of these individual spots. Oh, I never upgraded this one. Let's make sure we do that. And then I could even kind of connect all of these. Kind of just like that. And actually all of these are facing the completely wrong way. So I might have to actually... can I flip those? I guess let's just... yeah, whatever. We can keep them facing that way. That's probably fine. I guess I kind of have to do that. So that's fine. We have our castle kind of built up. It's kind of a random little castle. Then I might even do a little checkpoint here. I guess I maybe could. Let's maybe see if we can do something like that. Let's just come right off of here. And then I can go right across. Actually, let's maybe do it the other way. I could kind of just have it come through here, come up, and then just attach to there for now, I guess. And let's kind of just flip it that way, just so it kind of makes sense. And then I'm just going to put a tower over here as well, that we can build up like that. So that's actually pretty cool. We got a little bit of a checkpoint. That is definitely looking pretty sweet. And let's maybe even do another tower in here. Let's see, which way is it facing? So that should be good. And maybe one more right there. Okay, that actually looks pretty sweet. That is definitely defensible. It's kind of inside of our city, so that's perfect. That's going to cost quite a bit of timber. We're actually almost there for planks, but yeah, tons of stone. I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like until we could build it, but I don't think we're going to get to it, unfortunately. We are basically ready to conquer the entire world right now. We have all of our guys coming out here, looking absolutely epic, preparing for battle. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to do this without using any mercenaries. I think we definitely have a pretty sizable army here. We might be able to make this work. Now let's see, are these guys getting... Whoa, see, that's what sucks. They're trying to take this region, which I guess is fine. But they have already brought out some mercenaries to go take that, so that could be interesting. Let's kind of just prepare. They don't even know that we're preparing to fight them. But it is harvest season, which is nice. So let's just get a few more workers on here, and then they can start harvesting. I might do, yeah, field priority. Let's actually go higher for these ones, just so we get those harvested first. Yeah, actually I should probably get a few more workers back, maybe. It looks like these guys are kind of stuck in there. Let's see if we can just fix these guys quickly. There, now we got them all. You kind of got to bring them in front. It's because they're facing that way and I'm asking them to go way over here, so that's fine. Here comes our men from far and wide. I actually love that you like bring all these soldiers from the other city. They empty their houses, they come this way. That's very cool. Okay, let's form up right over here. And in fact, let's maybe do... Let's form them up maybe right in the middle here. Actually, maybe not, because I want to build some houses there. Actually, how do we only 5 timber still? That's crazy. I don't really know how that happens, but that's fine. Okay, they are bringing absolutely everybody out of their town right now. I don't know where they're sending 3 units to go take that bandit camp. This could not be a more perfect time to attack this region. So I may actually set claim to it and kind of see... I'm gonna do it while they're taking that. And kind of just see what they end up doing here. I feel like they'll probably end up flipping out a little bit. They'll send their guys back. Yeah. Accept the notification. Let's push forward towards their town. And this is what I love. Just a bunch of soldiers gathering on a nice rainy day. Ready for a party. Absolutely epic. So they have got all these guys, and I bet you they're gonna hire some guys there. Enemies declared. Yeah, they don't like us. Okay, actually, I think they were able to maybe disband their guys in time, and then they might be able to... What are they gonna end up doing? Yeah, they did disband them. I don't know why they... Oh no, they're kind of just marching back, so they are doing what I thought they were. So that is fine. I should just really confuse them. So this is where the game gets confusing. I could accept this battle, and if they want to claim that, I could send one little unit over there just to claim it. And then send all of the rest of my units over this way, but I think for today, I'm not going to confuse them too much. I'm going to at least try not to. We have all the fish in the world, or all that we can even get. Enemy units spotted. Interesting. I thought we just lost a bunch of food. So yeah, here comes those guys. Honestly, they might be hard to take out. If they send these guys, we're actually outnumbered quite a bit. So we might have to see if we can hire something, maybe just his crossbowmen or something. Let's just get these guys in here, and actually we could just fire on these guys and take them out. Come on, men, let's see if we can have a nice volley here. Let's see if we're able to just, oh man. So they might have buffed them. But yeah, they're gonna have another, yeah, absolutely roasted them. So let's take out these guys now. Should not be hard to do that. Watch them fire. Actually, our guys gotta get closer. Yeah, I'm actually excited to see this volley. Oh, that's brutal. Those bolts just flying in. Should not be hard to take them out, so we'll kind of see. Man, crossbows are basically like guns. They're kind of crazy. So I could fight them for this and then really confuse them, but I think mostly... Actually, that would probably be good strategically. I'll try to fight that. Or not try and fight it, but... Okay, the battle's there. Okay, so this is for the first one? What region? So this is... Okay. So this one is right here, so that's good. We can go in the forest. And we can defend that. So it's going to be a forest battle. And then the one we just clicked on... I guess we're currently winning somehow, but that is going to be fought over here. So they're going to be forced to split up their troops and kind of decide what they want to do. We just lost a man. What the heck? I guess I could probably spread out my guys a little bit more. Yeah, let's maybe spread out quickly. I don't know why we have chosen to do that, so that's fine. Let's get into this forest, and I think that would really help. Just so we can kind of start winning both of these battles. Yeah, they're going to send all of these guys over, so we might be able to fight them separately. Actually, they're pretty close together. This could be very interesting, honestly. So let's get these guys in. Let's maybe just get in this circle. Battle has begun. And let's maybe progress towards these guys and see if we can fight them first. Because there's only 2 units. These guys are a little bit more clumped together. And if we could get a little separation from them, that would be good. Let's march towards them and let's get these guys in here. Maybe as fast as possible. I guess I could get that on the way, but honestly, I'd rather just get my troops into position. Okay, so if we could maybe go into this opening, that would be kind of nice. Let's stay spread out if we can. Okay, let's push forward here. And let's see if we can take these guys out. So I think these guys, let's get them on the sides. And maybe these 2 units. And then all of these guys, let's press forward and attack them. Or actually, we just need to stay in the circle here pretty much. So let's just go right there. Let's get these guys off to the side. We'll kind of do the same thing over here. Actually, we have lots of forest that we can wrap around with here. So let's attack these guys. Okay, this could be interesting. Let's get in here. Yeah, they have these guys way over here. I think we could be able to take these guys. Or should be able to take them. Charge in, men. We have these guys completely surrounded, so that should be quite amazing for us. Not so amazing for them. So we're going to be able to take out 2 units pretty quickly here, and that is going to even the playing field quite a lot. So that's going to be great. How are our crossbowmen doing? Let's maybe get them kite formation, then we can get them right here. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. So we've already routed them. Let's maybe press forward and attack them now. Where are these spearmen? I don't quite see them. Let's maybe actually form up here. That's a little bit of a messy formation. Let's wait for them to come to us. Let's get our crossbowmen into position. They never got the orders. Let's charge in. Right, there we go. I noticed things are a lot more stuttery from a distance, like that pop-in. I think that's how they're able to get their FPS a lot better than it was. And honestly, I don't know if I love that. You should be able to kind of choose Like if you have a higher NPC, it'd be kind of fun to choose if it's like just incredible all the time for an FPS drop. But it is what it is. I mean, it's definitely amazing. And hopefully those guys get into the circle fast enough. Like, I better not win this. Just because they're not in the circle, technically. Okay, they are actually, so that's good. Let's turn and fight them. And this I'm actually going to have right in the middle here. Let's get our crossbowmen in here. Away they run. It'd be kind of cool if they ran back to their towns, but I guess if they're mercenaries, which these guys are, makes sense for them to run away. Okay, there we go. So let's form up right there. And they have lots of spearmen coming in, so that could be interesting. Let's maybe turn our guys a little bit here. And let's do a little bit more of a formation here. Let's do about 3 units that way. And the rest of these guys behind. Let's maybe turn them that way a little bit. And then put them on standard ground. Let's get these archers firing right away here. They're going to end up charging them, which isn't good. I might have to do a little bit of a counter charge just to keep them kind of busy. And actually this is perfect because we'll have their backs facing our archers now. So that is good. Let's maybe even turn a little bit. Let's kind of just go there maybe. Yeah, we're going to end up slaughtering our own guys. Absolutely crazy. So let's actually go right behind them. I'm actually a little bit worried they'll kill our own guys. Very, very epic battle. See, this actually worked. Like, sometimes it doesn't work and you end up fighting 1 unit while there's like 6 units coming still. And it's like, oh, you won, so now they just can't even fight. That's just kind of weird. I don't know. I think you should be able to just fight till you got absolutely no resources left. Because honestly, that's what it was. Like, if you're getting attacked by somebody else, like, you fought to the death. Otherwise, you had to completely leave your town. Whoa! Where'd these guys come from? Let's run away here, and we should be able to win the other one as well. I just want to make sure they don't get it. Let's maybe just turn there. Let's maybe bring our army this way. Yeah, we'll keep them kind of busy there if we can. I don't want to melt my army too much. Oh no. I gotta get these guys out of here. They're gonna end up absolutely melting us. So that is a victory, ladies and gentlemen. Ultimate victory. So that should have been... I guess they're still trying to take that other region. Let's kind of see here. So region ownership changed. So we got this one now, which is amazing. And they're still working on getting this one. So I guess what we could do is just send 1 unit over there. We're going to take that one. We now own this one. Let's kind of see what they have left here. So they got 3,900 regional wealth. What else do they got? They got lots of... Oh, we're in the wrong region here. Let's make sure we're in the proper one. They have lots of firewood and charcoal. Oh my gosh. Honey and 1.5 thousand iron ore with 0 iron slabs. They got lots of spears at least. Man, they should have had more money. That's actually crazy that they were able to get that much. So they were just hoarding iron ore basically. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is ultimate victory. We will see you in the next video. If you guys are enjoying these long Let's Plays, definitely leave a like for the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next one.